What's good, everybody? Back for another episode of Top 5 Live, episode 14 officially. Uh, this is your boy
14.
Morgan Iverson. Back with you guys again. My boy Javon Stokes down at the bottom, and Danny J. Quick up at the top right. I'm not going to say his full name because he don't like me just putting his government out there, so I'm not going to do it. So tonight, I'm very sure to have drastically different lists. Uh, Well, I don't know. I don't know how drastic it's going to be because the interesting thing. So I want to make sure I make this clear for everybody ahead of time. So when we say that, so our top five tonight is the top five DC movies of all time. That does not mean just the. It means all. Well, one, we need to make sure we differentiate it. We're talking about live action movies because the animated would make it way harder. So that might need to be a separate thing or something. And two, we also need to it can be any of them. So like Constantine counts, V for Vendetta counts, really old movies, anything that DC put out at any time counts. So we saw few good lists, interesting lists in the group page. For those who haven't joined the group page yet, go on Facebook and Top Five Live Nation. You can join there. Got some dope stuff that we do every week. I'm still banned until Friday, I think. So once I get back, then I'll try to put some fun poll questions in there and start some controversy per usual. So
You know what was funny though?
with that being said,
You know what was funny though? When Facebook got shut down, I thought about you because I was like, the whole platform shut down, but it didn't affect Morgan at all because he
Not the only man on earth. Didn't even matter.
Not at all. Didn't tick anything down for me. It just kept me right at getting smacked in the mouth. So I came back and I was like, well, maybe they'll count my days down. Nope. Still got. I'm looking right now. 3 more days. So yeah. Anyway, so speaking of controversy, God knows there's been a lot this week. My God. Well, technically, the Dave Chappelle thing is still last week, technically, but it has spilled over into this week, and there's also more reporting that's come out. We're definitely gonna jump into that. We're gonna jump into Jon Gruden, and we also gonna jump into the top Joker of all time. So, where do y'all want to start?
It don't really matter to me.
We didn't talk about they announced that Superman is bisexual today. I know y'all saw that.
We could talk about that. I mean, they announced it. I thought it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. That was
announced yesterday.
People just mad about it.
The thing that made was funny to me is like they announced that and everybody's talking about that now. So gay Superman or bisexual Superman done saved Dave Chappelle from the controversy. It seemed like he already saved him.
No, I don't know about that.
Nah,
you don't think it took over the news cycle?
Well,
really.
I think in the comic community, people are still pissed. In the comic community, people are still pissed, and that's not going to change because it's like those comics gay people and the gamers people. You know what I'm saying? All those trolls. Well, I guess we could. You want to start there? I mean, we. I don't care where we start at. Yeah, we can start. We can start with bisexual.
We can start with Dave. We can start with Dave because we never got to. We were supposed to do Dave last week.
All right.
I don't know how we got sidetracked, but
yeah, I don't know. We got caught up talking about something else too, but okay. So the Dave Chappelle controversy is nuanced to me. So I've read the reports. I think I'm pretty much up to date on what's been going on with it. For those that have not seen the special, I will inform you now. Last week when this first came out, there were mass reports of people putting in saying we want this taken down on Netflix by LGBTQ groups, by African American groups, by African American LGBTQ groups. Massive uproar, people wanting it taken down off of Netflix. So last week we didn't know whether it was going to be taken down or not. It seems yesterday and today, Netflix's CEO standing with Dave. Some other people are standing with Dave. The friend that he referred to in the stand-up, her family is standing with Dave. Plenty of celebrities are standing with Dave, and there's also a lot of people. To me, the majority of the anger seems like it's on Twitter per usual. But I mean, I'll let one of y'all start first before I get, because yeah, I'll get into the weeds later. I mean, what do y'all think? Like, okay, let's start with whether or not you think it should be taken down. Let's start there.
I would like to my literal only input about the controversy about whether it should be taken down or not. I personally, I was thinking about this today because I knew we were going to talk about it. And there are shows I empathize with the I think Dave specifically was targeting the white trans community with the most heated and disrespectful stuff that he did, because he did a lot of disrespectful stuff in the in the stand up. But the most disrespectful stuff was targeted at specifically the white trans community. Okay. And I can empathize with them wanting it taken down, because there are shows that I don't watch personally that are really popular shows, because I feel like they're always stepping over a line. I feel like they're always punching down, as they would say. Family Guy is one of them. I've talked to you plenty of times about Family Guy and South Park. Family Guy and South Park, and those are family-friendly shows. Those are shows that are on network.
No, definitely not.
No.
South Park definitely not.
South Park isn't.
Family Guy ain't really.
Family Guy isn't either, really.
But those are two shows that are wildly popular that have been on TV for a long time. But me personally, I can't watch them because I feel like they're always, especially when it comes to the black community, I feel like their jokes always cross that line for me. Like they just always cross that line for me and it doesn't feel like a joke anymore. It feels like they're trying to make fun of you. And for that reason, I don't watch it. I can't watch those shows, and I don't support those shows. But those shows still are on TV and they're still popular, and some people think they're funny, some people, don't. So when it comes to comedy specifically, I don't have a problem with, there are, comedians that I just, Bill Burr's a comedian that people think is funny. I just don't think he's funny, so I don't watch Bill Burr. But and what's his name? Bill Maher. I don't know if he's a comedian, but he's every time I hear him say something, I'm like, why do people listen? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they're wildly popular and they're allowed to have their platforms, and okay, cool, to each his own. But should it be taken down? No.
Javon?
All right. I'm gonna try and make sure. I'm gonna try and say this in a way that, because you made a good point that it is a nuanced conversation, right?
It is.
It's not. Well, to me, it's a nuanced conversation. I'm not gonna speak for somebody who was actually offended by anything he said. Like, if you're offended, you're offended. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to be offended, because I've heard other comedians say things about black people that I'm like, I don't like that. But but there's a couple of things. There's a couple ways to look at this. So first things first, like I said, if you are offended, you are within your right to be offended. That being said, I just watched this. I just rewatched it because I wanted it fresh in my mind. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there are some jokes where you're like, yeah, yeah, bro. But at the same time, there are jokes that Dave Chappelle has made in the past about black people that white folks be cracking up at. Like everybody else be cracking up at those jokes, and he's like, he's making a joke about black people, but they stay laughing. And like, I'm not gonna speak for anybody in particular, but I'm pretty sure there was obviously there's somebody in the actual there's someone that he was close with that was actually inspired by him, who was trans and was laughing at his jokes that were about not just trans people but black people. But at this, like I said, it's one. I think the message that he was trying to put out, besides the fact that he dislikes cancel culture, because he made that very clear, but the biggest message that I really got from it, and like I said, I just watched it not 15, 20 minutes ago, was that he said it. He's like, I'm jealous that the LGBTQ community's movement has been so much more quick, potent, and widespread than the African American. I got. Does somebody have something going on? I hear feedback. Okay, it went off. That their movement has kind of progressed faster than Black people's movement. And he said it, but he also makes a point to say repeatedly, his issue ain't with transgender people, it's with white people. Like he says it all the time. Like I don't think he said one word about a transgender Black person, but he damn sure talked about transgender white people. Now, once again, I understand if you're offended. Like you said, there are guys like what's the dude you just said, Danny?
Bill Burr.
Not Bill Burr, but
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher says some of the dumbest stuff, and his audience be cracking up. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, take Bill Maher off the TV. I'm just not gonna watch it. Like that's how I voice my disapproval. And if it's a transgender person or somebody from the LGBTQ community doesn't want to watch it, Dave Chappelle, they're within their rights. But I think there is a little bit of like listening, like actually he says it a lot, but he says, listen to what I'm actually saying. And he's really talking about like it's a couple of times where he says, transgender people are minority until they don't want to be a minority anymore. White transgender people.
He specifically said until they need to be white again.
Like he made the point about the transgender man, I think it was, or woman, I can't remember, but that was trying to fight him until but then turned around and called the cops on him. And it was like he said it, Black gay people, Black transgender people, they don't call the cops on Black people because they know that thing could pop off. So so really it seemed like the people pointing in the he was, I don't even think it was punching down, he was just talking about it. Now he did make some gay jokes, but he made a lot of white jokes and Black jokes and Asian jokes, and it's like, I understand, like I said, I understand that we have to I think we all have to realize when it comes to art, not every piece of art is for everybody. Like I don't like every comic book artist that I've ever seen. I like some. I like this one. I like that one. I like George Perez. I like, Jim Lee. Like I like those artists, but there are others that I don't like. I'm not gonna go out and buy a comic book of an artist that I don't like. I'm not gonna go online and be like, this artist is terrible. I'm just not gonna do it. Now I know that's the very, very thin metaphor. I'm well aware of that. But it's just like anything, like R. Kelly. When R. Kelly started, when that stuff started coming out with R. Kelly, I was like, I'm not buying no more R. Kelly albums. Now, R. Kelly needed to go to jail because what he did was criminal, against the law. But once again, Bill Maher. I don't watch Bill Maher. Never watched an episode. Not my deal. Not my thing.
I'll say one thing about that I will push back on about Dave Chappelle. I think that the story that he told about the trans friend that he had killing herself, I think he does need to take some accountability with that situation. And I think a lot of some of the stuff I saw on Twitter was more, okay, I got Black friends type stuff, because he had the one trans friend who he was trying to help out, and he, and he's doing things trying to help the family. But I think if he didn't put that spotlight, he has to take the responsibility that he did put the spotlight on her, even though she asked to be put in that situation.
I don't agree with that at all, though. Number one, she's a comedian, so she wants spotlight. She's a comedian.
She was a huge.
But hold on. She wanted the spotlight. Number one. Number two, she came to his defense on Twitter. That's what he's going off the story, the way he explained it. She came to his defense, and her people, her transgender community came after her.
Right, but
that's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault. But opening for Dave Chappelle isn't the same as opening for me, right? Like that's a bigger
right,
stage,
but
very
You're
quick,
correct.
right? That's a very bright spotlight, very quickly. Whereas a normal comedian is gonna rise through the ranks on their own, but that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody over a short period of time is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that because that's how comedians get their big breaks, man. Steve Harvey talks about his big break all the time, how he got to do Showtime at the Apollo. That was his big break. Should he have not taken it because the spotlight was too big? You know what I mean? Like that. I mean, it's not Dave's fault that she wasn't good. Apparently,
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying that I think that he should have in the special. I think he should have took a little responsibility for that. And I know that. And I felt like he was.
I don't agree.
I felt like he was lashing out a little bit at that. I felt like he was lashing out a little bit. But like I said,
I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Like
Absolutely.
if your friend came to your defense, hold on. If your friend came to your defense on Twitter over something, whatever it is, and people just came at them and it affected them to the point where they decided, to take their life, but we don't even know if that's why she took her life. We don't know. We just know what we're going off. I don't think he's the fact that he's helping the family out to me is the responsibility that he's taking because he doesn't have to do that.
I feel you on that.
Like, I don't think he needs to come out and be like, well, some of it is my fault. No, people are too quick to be outraged and be upset about something. They just want to come at people and just start yelling and being upset and being angry. And, I think society as a whole, and this isn't even a cancel culture thing. This is people get too angry too quick. And then they get to the highest level of anger about whatever it is. And then they'll find something else to be angry about after they've scorched earth, whatever it is that they've done. I mean, we've seen it a lot. And I'm not talking about the people who deserve it. Like R. Kelly deserved it. Bill Cosby deserved it. But like we've seen other an actor say something wrong or not right or whatever, and people just go at them. And you're just like,
what he said about Kevin Hart? What the thing he said about Kevin Hart? Like
exactly.
That was savage. But I want to hear what Morgan said. What gotta say before we move on?
Hold on. Where my popcorn? Where my popcorn? Go ahead, Morgan.
I mean, so I'll start with answering what I asked first, which is should it be taken down? My opinion is no. Two, it goes somewhat to what Jamon just said as far as people wanting to run to be angry about pretty much anything nowadays. But this also breaks down to cancel culture, and I think it goes it has to do with people are in a space now where they're ready to be tribal about anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Conversations aren't useful in America nowadays, and Congress is leading on that. Congress is the perfect example of that in a political sense, and that political sense that's dribbled down to everything else. So instead of Democrats and Republicans having conversations, or black people and white people having conversations, or LGBTQ and other people having conversations, everything becomes, nah, if you ain't with this, if you don't believe this, F you. There's no conversation to be had. So in this situation, that's largely, what I'm saying, what the response has been, and that's largely what people are doing. Concerning the actual stand-up, there are plenty of people that could be offended, very deeply offended by watching this comedy, if you are looking at it and forgetting that it's a comedy, that it is art. So,
well, that's not really.
A person that I would say, like a community that could be offended, are rape victims. There's a great reason to be offended if you're a rape victim because of the joke that he told about the pastor that molested him when he was little, and that he liked it. And like he made a number one. I think anybody watching this special has to already understand who Dave Chappelle is. And if you don't, and if you don't already know that he's going to say crude things, that's kind of your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna say things that make you cringe. He's done that and made a career of it. Uh, if you wanted to be offended, you have a great opportunity to be offended there, because think about the rape victims that actually went through that. He did not say just a random person. He said a pastor. You know what I'm saying? So you got clergy people that have been raping people. There was just another report in, I think, France, in the Catholic Church, with a bunch of kids being raped. He's specifically talking about that. So think about all the people that could have been triggered by that very seriously. And I haven't heard anything from them, but you could be triggered from that. People that are very much so in civil rights, that march for Martin Luther King, could be offended because you put him in league with, random people, and saying, like, when he was making the point about the LGBTQ community and how fast their movement is moving, a joke that he made was, he was like, the how fast you guys are moving almost makes me feel like if I had some booty shorts and what I'm saying, if I had some booty shorts and some I forgot what he said, something to lather yourself with,
Body
you know
oil.
what I'm saying, that we could have gotten where we needed to go faster. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole lot of people that could be offended by this comedy stand up. For me personally, so y'all brought up some comedians earlier. Bill Burr, I don't listen to enough of his stand up to know whether or not I like it. Bill Maher, I've been a fan of his from the beginning. From the time I think I was watching Real Time with Bill Maher, I used to watch I think I've seen a few of the shows with Politically Incorrect. I watched I think he named it Religious. I watched that a long time ago. Um, I've been a fan of his. I've been watching him for a long time, and he says things that I disagree with, and he says things that I agree with, and that's pretty much how human interactions go. So, in this situation, the LGBTQ community is saying, the people that put the protest and said that it needs to be taken down are saying, well, you're picking on a community that's already a minority, that's already had violence against them, and you're saying things in this comedy special that is going to cause more violence, or could cause more violence, or encourage it, or something. That's why they want it taken down. And for me personally, listening to the comedy show, I didn't hear him say anything that incites violence against the LGBTQ community.
I don't think it's violence though, but there is a point, and I don't mean to interrupt, but there is something that was really, like, when he said it, I was like, yeah, I can see why they were offended by that. He was talking about how basically, but the way he worded it, it was really on the edge. But he was talking about how, if you're a woman,
Yep.
if you were born a woman,
Mm-hmm.
gender is, when he's talking about gender is gender,
Sure.
and you're either woman or something like that. Like, there are a lot of transgender people that, could be, I can understand why they'd be offended by that, because it's something that they're fighting for right now, that gender is a construct for them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? So I understand, like, that. I understand that, but at the same time, it is an opinion of his. But I understand, like, when because there are people out there that are be like, oh man, Dave Chappelle said that, so it must be true. You know what I mean? Like, that's how people operate. So, like, that's why a lot of people operate. So I'm just telling you that is something. That's like if you heard a white comedian say something crazy, like, all black people love chicken or something. I'm just, but some stereotype or something crazy that we've been fighting, but something that we've been fighting against for years, or fighting, you know what I mean? Like, I can empathize and understand why they would find, at least, I'm just giving one example, why that is offensive.
I agree. My point. So that's why I started where I did. I think there are plenty of groups that are minorities in some way, shape, or form in America that could be offended by the stand-up. It depends on how you're listening to it, and it depends on whether or not you're taking it literally, or that you're taking it as an art form, and that you're taking it as comedy. If you're not taking it as those things, then yes, you're going to be offended watching that. As a black person, you're going to be offended. As a rape victim, you're going to be offended. As a military vet, you're going to be offended. As a white person, you're going to be offended. As a white trans person, you're going to be offended. But as a gay person, you're going to be offended. I can continue to name people that are going to be offended if you're watching it and you take offense, you know what I'm saying, in those ways and forget that it's a comedy, or you just don't like the fact that he's using comedy to speak about those subjects in the way that he's speaking about them. I can definitely understand it. And like you said in the beginning, I'm definitely not going to tell somebody what they can and can't be upset about, because black people don't like people telling them what they can and can't be upset about. So I'm definitely not going to do that. But I also very much so understood.
That's what
I also very much so understood what his point was. You know what I'm saying? And the point that he's been making from the beginning. To me, he could have stopped that when he brought up the baby and said the baby shot somebody at Walmart. Nothing bad happened to his career. Do you see what I'm going with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but he could have stopped right there, and everybody would have gotten it. But that's not who he is. That's
I think
not
this would be. I think this would be a great time to segue into Jon Gruden, because I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I would like to know, like, because I don't know what happened with Jon Gruden. Y'all know I haven't been paying attention to football really.
All right, here, I'll boil it down real quick. I'll boil it down real quick for you. So for the last 10 years or so, Jon Gruden has basically been a part of an email chain with with other coaches and owners and a bunch of other people, whatever. And within these emails, Jon has said a lot of things. Like, he talked about the union leader for the NFL players union leader. He referred to him as a big rubber lipped something.
He compared his lips to Michelin tires.
Michelin tires.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, but so that
in the company
came
email,
out first.
like in the work email.
Yes. Well, it was his personal email, but he emailed it to work emails of like.
Oh, wow.
He was working at ESPN at the time.
Right, he was working at ESPN.
Oh shoot! So this is before he got back coaching.
Well, apparently it's been going on though. It's been going on for years.
The oldest one is from 2011, and it spans all the way up to I think 2018.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but also within it, he kind of he said some misogynistic things about women referees. You know, he talked about he uses some homophobic.
He called Goodell the F word. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
More than once.
So I want to say something. Somebody I don't know who brought this to my attention. I think I saw it on Facebook, but I agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny, and it kind of ties into what the Dave Chappelle comedy show was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and said that snippet of information, him referring to him as big rubber lip tires, whatever,
Michelin tire lips,
Michelin tires, and he was still able to coach.
Correct. Yep.
He didn't resign until all the homophobic and misogynistic stuff came out.
Absolutely correct.
I have a huge problem.
He was forced to resign actually because he was at the facility, and the owner of the team came to the facility, found him, and they had a conversation, and he resigned after that.
But I just have a huge issue with the fact that you called the head of the union.
Yeah.
You put that out there, and nobody stopped this and said, you know what, Jon, you shouldn't be out there this weekend.
So the racist stuff was early in the career, and the
racist stuff was like Friday.
It spans all the way up to now.
Oh,
the racist stuff came out till Friday. So
he just been garbage the entire time, basically. What y'all saying?
Pretty much, but but that's what I'm saying. I think that's what Dave was saying. Dave is basically saying, y'all got no problem with this, like with racist stuff happening. But once you start talking about homophobic and misogynistic stuff, you got to shut that down.
Yep. And it happened right after he said it.
Literally.
And it happened. You have a perfect example right after he said it.
The day it came out. It was yesterday. Mm-hmm. Within hours, that man resigned. Fired, resigned, whatever you want to call it.
I'm sure that's not his first time saying something like that, though. Like,
absolutely not.
There are.
You just saying that when it came out. You just saying that it came out yesterday.
The information came out last week about him.
It hit the New York Post first, and then the New York Times did a report on it because they still have 65,000 emails that are a part of another investigation.
Right.
They found that these other emails claim that only these other emails. So the DeMaurice Smith thing was in the first part.
Right.
The rest of them, the misogynistic stuff, the LGBTQ situation, and all the comments that he made about that, women getting in, all of those were found in a separate investigation, a criminal investigation that's going on with somebody else that's on the email chain. And there's still 65,000 emails for them.
And that stuff didn't come out fully until yesterday.
It's still not all the way out.
Huh? Yeah, but what I'm saying is the Times article. The article came out yesterday during the game. It came out during Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
That man didn't even make it to the end. He didn't make it to the end of Monday Night Football. He resigned before the game was over.
Did he for real?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, bruh.
It came. The information dropped at like. The information dropped at like 8, I think.
It's case
by like 9:30. He was out.
That's gangster right there.
It's case in point to what Dave was talking about in the stand-up. He's very specifically said that that's what he was jealous of. The power that's already being wielded there, and it's clear in all fashions. If a black person gets killed somewhere, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Nothing bad happened. Like he said, the baby killed a dude. He didn't say a dude.
Nobody cared.
He said the baby killed a dude in Walmart, and no, he said nothing bad happened to his career. And then he literally stopped for a second and said, "You see where I'm going with this?"
I think
you know
like I don't have a prop. Like honestly, it was the right thing. He should have resigned. He should have been fired.
You're right, Danny. It could be.
He should have been fired.
Yeah,
after the first thing.
But they were moving their feet slow because usually, like I told one of my friends earlier today, when it comes to racial things and racial comments that are going to be made, they already know that they just have to survive the news cycle. They don't have to change the culture. They don't have to change anything. You know what I'm saying? They just have to wait it out. The news cycle is going to change. They know the news cycle is going to change, and then they don't have to do think about how ridiculous it is that the NFL has the Rooney Rule that they still don't use. You know what I'm saying? They still don't use it. And the Rooney Rule only means that they have to at least interview one black person for that head coaching job when they go through the interviews. And it's still,
you gotta understand, man, like the NFL, that's good old boys, man. That's old money, dude.
Yeah. And we've all known that. Man. That's why when the thing came out about Jon Gruden, I can't say I was surprised. Number one, for those of us who've been following Jon Gruden for a while, and especially if you played football, does it surprise me that Jon Gruden feels that way or says things like that in the past based on who he is as a coach? No. That'd be like Jim Knight from Indiana, and it comes out that he's said something crazy one day about anything, and people are shocked. Why? Haven't you seen this dude throw a chair across the? He threw a chair at his player. He literally beat his players on the sideline. Why are you surprised by this? You know what I'm saying? And the Jon Gruden thing is like, why? I could see if this came out about Tony Dungy. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Dungy is not that type of coach. Jon Gruden is literally known for this face. He's known for his scowl on the sideline. They call him Chucky.
I can't wait to hear the rest of the emails, man. I want to hear. I want to know all this because clearly there's a huge chain of emails with a bunch of people on there, and not nobody was like, "Take me off this email chain." I want to know.
I wouldn't have asked to be taken off either. I would have been like, "Oh, this dude."
Yeah, I'm saving all them gents straight like
that.
Just
like this in the phone.
Hey,
no, he didn't.
He said, I'm trying to blackmail people.
Hey, Nick, you can nickname me blackmail, cuz. Facts. You can put it. You can change that to my middle name because I'm definitely gonna get him. You know what I'm saying?
But he just got taken. They just took him off the Ring of Honor for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Jesus Christ, boy!
He won a Super Bowl with that team. They took him off the Ring of Honor.
The problem, man. Celebrity's the problem because there's people on TikTok saying worse stuff than that and getting millions of views, bro. Like,
hey, don't get me started because I'm still a man right now for less.
Like, I think if you got a platform, you gotta be better. Like, if you got a platform like that, you gotta hold yourself to a higher standard.
Bruh, don't send emails. The fact that this man sat down at his computer and typed it up and said this big lip, rubber lip, summer, and hit send. He probably hit send emphatically. Like, he probably was like,
He was mad. And you know the worst part? The worst part is that he didn't say. He said, "I can't tell you how bad I feel" and all that type of stuff. He stepped away because he didn't want to be a distraction.
He said they ain't a racist bone in his body.
Yeah, but he stepped away because he didn't want to be a distraction. Because he loved the Oakland Raiders. I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders now, and he didn't want to be a distraction. I know that sounds really racist, and I know that I said women shouldn't be referees, which I was halfway going to get on that. I'm gonna just say it quickly. What is the logical or even past logical reason that women should not referee in the NBA or NFL? Please, somebody tell me, because it is literally officiating. So literally any of us could do that job, right? So what in the world for him to even say anything about that? Good job, Goodell. So his response about women
it's
being
a good old boy,
was, good
man.
job,
you
Goodell.
Gotta remember though. Think about how old these dudes are, man. All these dudes in there.
He's 50 something. I ain't giving him no pass.
No. I'm not giving passes. I'm just saying a lot of these guys are in the 60s and 70s. Think about what life was like 60, 70, 50 years ago.
That's what I keep telling people. That's what I keep telling people about. Like, I know that. So I know cancel culture goes far. I know the Time's Up movement. The things that are annoying people, this civil rights, Black Lives Matter, that stuff annoys people now because they feel like it's too politically correct. But you know why it's like that? Because for over 300, 400 years, you've been able to do all of this rampantly whenever you want to whoever you want with no reproach, no jail time, no, not losing political status, not being canceled, not losing any money. You actually gain money. All of these things have happened for women. It's happened for you killing gay people. It's happened to you killing black people. They've been rewarded for all of these things for over 300, 400 years. And now that people are like, nah, we're not having that. Now it's oh God, this is too much. I don't like it. I know you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go grabbing that woman's book.
Hey, the people that don't like it, the people that don't like it, worried that they're gonna get dug into. That's all that matters.
Sit them all down, bro. Sit them all down.
You're right. That's exactly what they're worried about. But that before we get into the list for this week, all right, who's the best Joker all time? But we can't spend a whole bunch of time on it.
Live action or
live action, because otherwise, like y'all, we were talking about it in the group earlier. I definitely have to, because Mark Hamill might be the standard because he did it.
No, Mark Hamill is the standard. Like
but what I'm saying is that's why I say I don't think that, because he's the Joker that we knew besides Jack Nicholson. But so I'm saying live action because Mark Hamill,
Jack is the best to me. Jack Nicholson did it the best.
I'm still going with Heath.
I think I'm going with Jack too. That first Batman, even though that first Batman, yeah, that Joker, it was something else. And I think Heath really, that scene, that iconic scene where Batman is about to run him over, he turns and flips the thing. That was a direct cop ripoff of the first Batman scene.
That's not the best scene of that movie for Joker.
I said it was iconic. I said
talking about it is an iconic. Yeah, scene.
But the most iconic moment for the Joker in that movie is when he's sitting at the table. That's not what he said.
He's not saying it's the most. He's saying it's an iconic scene.
But that was storytelling wise. That was where they came to a head. He knew that he wasn't going to kill him because of Batman's morals. Like, that's the whole thing. You're not going to kill me. I want you to kill me. You had the perfect opportunity to kill me, and I know that you're not going to do it. So I have the upper hand. The
problem with the first, the '89 Batman is that dude was murking people left or right.
Yeah,
he don't care. He don't care about.
That's not a bad thing. It
is a bad thing. Let's not do that. Yes, it is.
Batman.
Yes, it is. Dude, I will scrap this whole
Batman was
and argue about this.
Don't play with me, folks, in the first 3 movies, bro.
Don't play with me.
He should.
Don't play with me, dude.
Get him.
Batman should not be.
I'm not doing this with you right now, bro.
Batman shouldn't kill a soul.
We can talk about it later. We can talk about it later. I don't want to hear it.
If he kills people, no. I don't care about the list. I'm not letting you know.
Oh my God.
No, don't.
I care about the list.
I agree with Javon, man.
I don't care. That's not the discussion,
bro.
That's not the
There's
discussion.
certain superheroes that can't be killing people. Batman is not true.
He's definitely. There are 3 superheroes, 3 that shouldn't be killing nobody.
Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. That's them 3 shouldn't be killing people.
Wonder Woman, not a soul.
Wonder Woman, she can kill folks.
Captain America
was in a war.
Captain America was out there.
He was in World War II.
Captain America was taking folk out, bro.
Man, let's get off this conversation. Y'all about to make me upset.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. I have a difference of opinion.
Absolutely wrong.
I have a difference of opinion.
Specifically,
no difference of opinion. You wrong.
You can say that, but it's a difference of opinion.
Listen. The reason I'm gonna give you a very simple reason. If Batman kills people,
Lord Jesus,
Batman has to be better than the police because he's outside the law. He has to be.
I know.
If he kills people,
then he's no better.
Hold on, time out.
Right though.
If he kills people, he's no better than the people that he's going after.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you know why in Dark Knight people were irritated and Harvey.
He killed people in Dark Knight. He killed somebody in Dark Knight.
Okay, but do you know why people were irritated with Batman in that series? Because the Joker continues to terrorize them, and everybody else continues to terrorize them. You know why that happens?
It's not Batman's fault.
It's not his job to be.
I'm not talking about this anymore. We got a separate conversation about it.
It's not Batman's fault that people can't.
You're right.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. Both of you guys are absolutely correct. I'm so sorry.
We know. We know. You the one that's wrong.
Yeah, I am. I agree.
We know. All right. So
this is the best conversation we ever had. You admitted that.
I didn't admit that bull crap at all.
You just said it. We got you on video.
That's cool.
That is the best conversation we've ever had. I never said that.
We got it on tape. We got it on tape.
No, you don't.
We got that. You wrong.
I did not say that.
Mix that joint like a DJ. You right.
I didn't say I was wrong. I didn't say I was wrong. I said you guys are right.
Okay.
You logic that.
Who going first? Who going first?
Yeah, somebody go first because y'all.
Danny, it's you. No, it's Morgan's turn. Danny went first last time.
All right, but I don't give a crap. So again, for those in the stadium seats, please number one, make sure that you guys put your list in there so we can see y'all's, because I'm pretty sure y'all got some really interesting lists. We saw some of them on the Top 5 Live Nation page on Facebook earlier. If you have not already joined that page, go join it now. So we're doing the top 5 DC films, and we're not just meaning all the Batman, Superman movies. We mean all of them. So V for Vendetta counts, Constantine counts, any of them other joints, the DC movies, all of them count. So with that being said, I'm gonna go first. So here's my list. I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. Number 5, Man of Steel. Number 4, Justice League Snyder's Cut. Number 3, Dark Knight Rises. Number 2, Batman.
Stop the list.
No, you got you.
Dark Knight.
You're not just banned from Facebook. You banned from the banned from the damn top 5.
Hey man, listen, I don't really care
this atrocious list.
You put Dark Knight. You said Dark Knight Rises.
You got Dark Knight Rises on your list?
I do.
In your top 5?
What's your last? What's number 1 and number 2?
Did you miss me saying it?
What's number 1 and number 2?
Dark Knight is number 1, and Batman '89 is number 2.
This nigga got all Batman movies,
bruh.
I don't have all Batman movies.
I'm sorry, you got all Zack Snyder. Like
Man of Steel is number 5.
You gotta be freaking kidding me, dude.
No, Man of Steel is number 5.
Oh my god!
Hey man, listen. So let me
ever put together.
So
it's the worst list
one of the reasons
ever put together. Ever.
Please explain Dark Knight Rises to me.
So let me be clear about
you got Dark Knight Rises on your list.
Yeah, let me be clear about something. So that you guys.
The same movie where Batman jumped out of his jet in time to get away from a nuclear bomb. Yeah, okay, all right.
Hey, listen, everything you're saying is fine by me. I could care less. I really don't care. Let me explain why I don't care.
The 4-hour Snyder cut.
Let me explain why I don't care. Okay. So the first reason I don't care is, one, I haven't seen V for Vendetta. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that would have been on the list. Constantine was close, but I don't remember the movie enough, and I didn't have time earlier today to rewatch it. Otherwise, I think that would have been on the list too. I'm not a Superman fan. So that's one. I am a Batman.
On your damn list
because the film was good, and I do like Henry Cavill as Superman.
The film was not good. whatever. You know what? Wait, let me do my list. Let's do our list.
Right.
We can eviscerate your list later. I got you. My turn. Okay. My Lord Jesus. Today, the hot takes that you have put forth today.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go.
All right. Top 5. Number 5, A History of Violence. I love that movie. It's a good movie. Number 4, Watchmen. Watchmen was a really good, very good adaptation. I know it's very hit or miss with some people, but I liked it. Number 3, Wonder Woman. Gotta give Wonder Woman. Great movie. Number 2, The Dark Knight. And number 1, the original Superman.
The original Superman?
The original Superman.
Bruh, you was doing okay until you did that. Like,
nigga, I'm great.
If you would have said Batman 89, I would have said cool. All right,
Batman 89.
I can understand that, but
you mean the same Batman movie where he has machine guns on his thing and bombs and blows up like 40 dudes?
Okay,
can't do it. You mean he knocks the Joker off the damn? What?
You mean the original Superman because of what it did to comic book movies?
No, it's a great film. It's literally a great film. The only thing that people have an issue with the first Superman is the end where he flies around this thing. Everything up until that point is amazing.
That's the whole thing. Like, Superman faced no consequences. Like, he didn't.
Number 1, they're DC movies. They all got problems. They all got problems. Dark Knight got problems.
Yeah, that's why we shouldn't have done this dumb A list. But go ahead.
No, man.
So that's the reason I told you I don't care. We're doing a list.
Oh, now you don't care. Oh, okay.
I told you I didn't care when we talked about it.
Go ahead, do your list, man.
I got screenshots.
Diddy, go ahead, do your list.
Here go my 5. All right, number 5, The Watchmen. Watchmen made my 5. Number 4, Joker. The newest Joker. Number 3, Wonder Woman. Number 2, Shazam. I don't know how y'all didn't put Shazam on your list.
Because it's not great.
It's great. Shazam is great. And number 1, Dark Knight.
Yeah, obviously Dark Knight is number 1.
This man got Shazam.
Shazam is my number 2, man. I watch Shazam more than I watch anything these days. Shazam and Wonder Woman I watch all the time.
I couldn't possibly.
Shazam was a great movie, man.
I couldn't possibly.
Shazam broke the mold. It was spot on.
What mold did it break?
It was the DC mold.
The Jello mold.
I have no idea.
All the dark, serious.
I don't know.
All that mess. Man. Shazam was supposed to be a young kid learning his powers and learning the responsibility through him.
Oh my God!
And that's what he did, man. Shazam did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Oh, hey, listen. Hey, listen.
The Joker on your
list, the street said Danny win, bro.
You got that trash movie Joker on your.
Hold on, bro. Hold up, bro. Don't talk
Joker
about
was trash, yo.
Joker was not trash.
No, it's not.
He won a whole. Didn't he win a?
Joker was not to be on my list.
A lot of movies that win Oscars that ain't good. What do you want?
No,
Joker was not to be on my list.
Time out.
No.
Any movies that have won Oscars that ain't good?
No.
Huh?
I can't name any.
Bro.
Never mind. I'm not going into this.
I didn't like the Grizzly Bear movie, but it was okay.
The Revenant?
Yeah, I didn't like The Revenant, but
man, shut your camera off.
I understand why it was great.
Turn your camera off.
This man said the joke. You got trash Joker and trash Shazam.
Hold on, bro. You can't be talking like about Joker like that.
Yo, the Joker was trash, man. I could barely make it through, dude.
We got Joaquin Phoenix on that joint.
It's the dumbest movie. It's the dumbest movie, dude.
It was not dumb. That crap was fire.
It was pretty much Taxi. It was pretty much Taxi Driver. They just stole the whole thing.
Taxi Driver was a great movie too, though.
Yes, and I'm glad they made it the first time. They didn't need to make it again and throw the Joker in.
The good thing about the Joker movie was that you were rooting for him. You know that the Joker's a bad guy.
I wasn't. Not at all.
Going into the movie.
Why was I rooting for him?
The only reason you weren't rooting for him is because you know that the Joker is an evil person.
No,
he's not rooting for him because he's a Batman.
Oh my God.
He's a Batman.
I can't even. Morgan, you gotta stop because today your list is hot.
I don't care. You really don't understand.
Now he don't care, Daddy. Now he don't care.
What do you mean that, bro? I was. Give me a second. I was finding it. Danny, do you not remember me saying?
We didn't have to do DC movies. We gave you. We put it out there.
No. I made suggestions on what we was gonna do. I made suggestion. You made suggestion. Then Danny was like, "Well, there is this." He explained to me what the DC thing was.
Did I or did I not say? Did I not put a list of topics for us to put out?
Morgan said, "Oh, I can do that," and I said, "Okay, cool."
I said, "I don't care." I said, "I don't care."
Okay, so then you got to stop complaining.
I'm not. I literally said I don't care, and you're trying to get at me because I said I don't
Breaking news: Morgan does not care about his own show, and that's just sad. It's just sad. Top 5. The creator of Top 5 Live does not care about his own show.
No, I don't care about this list because it's DC movies.
Dude, we could have did top DC 5 action movies.
Don't deserve to be talked about.
We could have did. We could have did. Look, listen. Next week you pick. I don't want to hear this. I don't care.
I want to do top 5 Disney songs. I want to do the Disney songs next week.
I'm fine with that. That would have been way better than this. That would have been way better than this.
I'll be perfectly honest, dude. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't remember enough Disney songs.
Come on, Danny,
to give a top 5. But I'm just saying, Morgan, you can't just be sitting here. Aquaman.
Why? I said I don't care from the beginning.
Batman Returns.
Man of Steel almost made mine. Man of Steel almost made mine.
Man of Steel is garbage.
No, it's not. Man of Steel is a great
Man of Steel is trash. Man of Steel is not good.
It's great.
Trash,
it is literally the worst live action interpretation of Superman.
Oh, it's not.
Oh my God, there are horrible Superman movies all over the place.
It's not good.
They're all
the Superman movie where he
Superman movie is terrible.
He snapped the dude's neck.
Yeah, almost every Superman movie is horrible.
The Superman movie where they destroy the whole city and this dude starts making out with Lois Lane in the middle of the city instead of freaking going to check on
sometimes. It bees like that sometimes.
They do that.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole movie trope.
Y'all just BS.
That's a whole movie trope.
Yeah. Bro, every Superman movie's trash. All of them, almost all.
That's not true. The first Superman movie's good. Superman 2 is good. I don't know what the hell is wrong with y'all.
Not. They're not
crazy, man.
Okay, so
y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
We are talking about DC movies right now. We're debating.
We all talk about movies. You got.
There are only a few DC movies worth discussing ever.
I gave you 5 of them,
and there's like 3 of them. I gave you 3.
What's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong. What's wrong with my list, dude?
You had DC. Road to Perdition on your list. What was your list again, Javon?
I actually haven't seen. I'll be real. I haven't seen Road to Perdition. I have. Hold on. I put.
I haven't seen V for Vendetta, but I wish I had. I didn't have time to watch it.
I haven't seen V for Vendetta either yet.
V for Vendetta was iconic, but I wouldn't rewatch it many times.
Yeah, but I
have Wonder Woman on my list. I have. Wonder Woman is a good movie. What are you talking? It's better than Man of Steel. It's significantly better than Man of Steel.
God almighty, bro.
Significantly better than Man of Steel.
Who cares? It's still DC. It doesn't
Wonder Woman is almost a perfect movie. Like, I don't know.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
no, he's right though. Other than the end of the movie is kind of screws it up.
That's
every DC movie does.
When Ares came out, I was like, yeah, no, this is a no. But I do like the rest of the movie.
When she started web slinging on the lightning bolts, I was like, nah.
No, that's the other one. That's the new one, though, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the new one.
That was the first one.
No, it was the first one. It was the second one.
That was the second one.
With lightning. She did something with lightning in the first one.
I don't know about that because she got struck by lightning because Ares was effing her up for a little bit, and she didn't learn to fly till the second one.
Yeah. Now we don't speak of Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah,
why not? What up? I can't see who it is. I just said what's up, but what up?
Wonder Woman 84 wasn't good, man.
Whatever.
You liked Wonder Woman 84?
Who?
You?
I look, bro. I will tolerate anything pretty much. I watch a lot of stuff. Okay. So first off, Gal Gadot's in it. Okay, so I watch anything Gal Gadot's in.
I like Kristen Wiig in it until
Kristen Wiig's awesome.
Until she
Come on, Ryan. Don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that, Ryan. Come on, man.
You gonna tell me Superman ain't got no choice?
No, he didn't.
He didn't at that point.
Dumb as hell.
Zod was equally as strong as him. It was either kill Zod or let more people die.
Apparently, he didn't.
Listen,
I mean,
the director
he
wanted
just liked
Superman to
breaking
break
people's
somebody's
necks?
neck. That's why Superman broke
The
his neck.
whole
That's bad writing.
No,
Don't
the
do that,
whole
bad
Ryan. Don't
writing.
do that, bro.
It's bad
was
writing.
You have to make a decision. That was the whole point of the movie.
Let me
You
see if I
have to
can
grow
find
up.
No, that wasn't the whole point. What was the whole point of the movie? Was that
This
he
to
was
felt
make
like
money
an
off of
outsider.
DC
That's
fans
it.
again.
That was his.
You know why?
Trying to teach him.
You know why I hate DC movies?
And then
Can I
stupid
explain
Jesus
this real quick?
metaphor. Oh my God!
Can
If
I
I see
explain
one
why
more
I hate DC
Superman
movies?
is Jesus
Is that all
movie,
right?
I'm gonna punch something. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Morgan.
Can I explain why I hate DC movies?
No, go on.
All right. So the reason I hate DC movies is because they don't care about y'all's feelings. They don't care about anything. They could care less about humans at all. They don't care about black people. They don't care about white people. They don't care about LGBTQ. They don't care about nothing. What they care about is that you guys are going to show up to watch their terrible movies in the theater, regardless of what they do, who they do it with, who they put there, how dumb the story is, how many times they've done the same story. They could care less about any of that because they know, like, we just got done with Christopher Nolan's Batman, and everybody likes the Dark Knight series. So then what do? Let's go get Robert Pattinson to play him. Yeah! And then okay, wait. What else can we do? Let's go get Ben Affleck too. Yeah! Like it's the
Ben Affleck was a decent Batman.
Stop it, bro. DC.
Oh, you mean Murder Bat? Yeah, he was a good Murder Batman.
Yeah, supporting DC is like supporting the New York Knicks. It's the exact same thing. It's a terrible team. It's been a terrible team for 20 plus years, and you guys are going to continue. You're going to continue to sell out Madison Square Garden over and over again, even though they're terrible. You're going to just continue to pay for it. I don't care. I'm just
hilarious.
I'm speaking facts, though.
Hey,
tell me I'm lying.
Listen, no. If this Flash movie might be my last DC movie.
Like, dude, no, you think I'm going to see that Flash movie?
You're definitely going to watch Batman. You're going to go see Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Who? Nah, I told you. I told you several times. I don't need another Batman movie.
I don't believe it. I don't
ever need another Batman movie.
You're going to sneak off to see it, bro. Cut it out.
I didn't see Justice League.
I didn't see
Justice League in the theater. I didn't see Shazam in the theater. I didn't see Aquaman.
You didn't see Justice League in the theater because the pandemic was out there waiting on folks.
No, the first
Aquaman in the theater.
The first Justice League. I didn't see the first Justice League in the theater. The first Justice League came out before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? Why did I do that to myself?
Batman and Superman are over for me. Like Spider-Man is almost there too.
Hey.
I don't need.
What's wrong with Spider-Man?
My entire life without another Batman.
Danny.
They all are the same.
Correct, Danny.
Batman, fine, but what's wrong with Spider-Man?
Spider-Man had just as many movies as Batman. They still
Well,
you got Tobey Maguire, then you got Andrew Garfield. Now
I would say of the
Tom Holland's the best.
One of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Spider-Man movies that have been out. At least 4 of them were good.
Next subject.
I can agree with
Spider-Man 2 was good, and then the 2 Marvel movies. The 2 Marvel movies were good. So that's 4. The Amazing Spider-Man and then Spider-Man 3, and those they were trash. But
at least Marvel doesn't commit the same sin over and over again that DC does, and everybody just keeps throwing them their money. Marvel take it off, baby. Yes. Every time they drop a DC movie, everybody get on the pole. Everybody get on the pole every time. All they gotta do is snap. It doesn't matter what they put up there. Y'all can go.
You're not wrong. It's terrible. You're not wrong. I'm not going to see the Batman movie, but I'm not going to pay money to go see it. The
only reason I was like, you know what? Because look, we were going to do this list anyway because I was outvoted. But the only reason I was like, you know what? I don't care.
He was outvoted.
The only reason I was like, I don't care. Number one is because you already know I don't care. Y'all know how I feel about DC. Danny knows how I feel about DC for sure. Because we've had this conversation.
So when I asked if you sure we want to do it, why you ain't say nothing?
I said something. I responded. And I said it don't matter.
We should have did the animated movies. That would have been a legit.
I would have had to do research on that, but I would have been way more excited about that.
You haven't watched the animated films?
I watched some of them. I ain't watched all of them.
Not all of them,
dude.
Not all of them.
Y'all need to catch up, bro.
It's still DC.
All of the no. DC animated films, all of them hit.
No, DC animated movies are good.
There's probably 3 of them that aren't good. But out of 17 animated features, 80.
So I gotta ask though.
Are good.
I gotta ask Morgan, if you don't care, Do you even like the movies that are on your list?
I love Dark Knight. Let me look at my list again. I love Dark Knight. I've seen Dark Knight multiple times, like a whole bunch of times. I watched it over and over
That's
again.
one film. In
all
five.
of the rest of those joints, I mean,
this dude said this. I knew he didn't care when he said Zack Snyder's Justice League. I knew he didn't care.
Justice League, like, what are you doing?
I had to pick something.
I watched it 3 times.
You don't like Wonder Woman? You didn't like Wonder Woman?
I did like Wonder Woman, but I put So the reason I put Snyder Cut over the reason I put Snyder's Cut on the list is because at least number one, it's the movie we should have gotten in the first place. Number two,
which one?
Okay, so the only Superman I would tolerate.
Neither Justice League cut was good.
The only Superman I'll tolerate is Injustice Superman. Like, I'm sorry.
You don't like Christopher Reeve?
No, I like Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill. He's the only Superman I'll acknowledge.
I mess with y'all, man.
I don't care.
You don't like Christopher Reeve, man? That's like saying you don't like Jesus. Like, what is wrong with you, man?
That is the most off-base statement that
Christopher Reeve is
ever made on this show.
Christopher Reeve is like the best casting for a superhero ever.
Oh my God!
Ever.
Have you lost your mind?
You're the minority here.
Nah, he did a great Clark Kent.
He's literally the best.
You said best casting of all time.
Best.
Robert Downey as Iron Man? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
No.
He did a good Clark Kent.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Do you not hear me say best?
You are smoking crack.
Best.
You just get the powder off your nose.
Wolverine?
Tripping.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Best.
Better than Wolverine?
Best.
Better than Wolverine. Better than Hugh Jackman.
I'm gonna be real with you. Listen.
Better than Jean-Luc Picard.
Time out.
Oh my God.
Time out. This man was so good that comic book artists started drawing Superman to look like him.
Me too, Ryan. I'm done.
Because he was popular. That's because he was popular. He was good. He was popular.
He fell into the right time period.
So
if something is popular, why is it not good? Is it not good?
By your logic,
popular music right now is trash. Sharknado was popular.
Don't say same. Hold on.
Sharknado
is popular.
They drew Samuel L. Jackson.
What do you mean Sharknado ain't popular?
Before he
it's
even
niche,
took the
man. I don't know 10 people that watch.
So is Superman. So is Henry. So is whoever the F you just talked
about. Did you say Superman was niche?
Christopher Reeves as Superman is
at the
niche.
time he was. At the time, Superman.
No, it was a blockbuster. Superman was.
Nobody cares about that guy.
Time out. Before Superman movie even came out, he was the most popular superhero. Still,
that's because people have
film.
That's what people have an obsession.
Actually, he was. He had films before Christopher Reeve. You guys understand that, right?
All I know is that you told a blasphemous lie on this show just a minute.
It's not a blasphemous.
First of all, you compared the man to Jesus.
We can put a poll up.
You compared him to Jesus first. That's where you. That's where you fell off.
That's like saying.
Then after that, you had the audacity to say that he was the best.
He is
superhero casting.
Absolutely the best
of all time.
Put that poll up. I don't care. I stand by it.
You put the poll up. I can't.
I'm putting the poll up right now. I'm doing it right now.
Robert Downey Jr. Time out. Robert Downey Jr.
Cavill's better than him.
Time out. Robert Downey Jr. is just doing Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man wasn't like that. Before that movie, they didn't characterize Iron Man like that. Go back and I promise you, go back and read an Iron Man book before the movie came out. They changed it for Robert Downey Jr.
Whose version's better?
That's what you said, though. But that's what you just said. If they changed him because of the actor, then he must have been great.
Christopher Reeve played Superman right out of the comic book. Like, the dude literally he just literally stood up out of a comic book fully formed and said, "Hey, I'm Superman."
Who cares?
Like, I don't know what to tell you. You like Zack Snyder's Justice League. Your taste is already freaking skewed. So I don't know what to tell you here.
It's a DC movie. So
I don't know what to tell you. You like Zack Snyder's Justice League, so
it's a DC movie. I don't know what you want.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. You could take a pay DC.
I bet you I can find 25 people that would agree with me. I've got no problem with that.
I don't care.
He is widely considered the best comic book casting of all time.
And that's a mistake.
By you, yeah.
Chris Evans is better. I don't want to hear this. I'm not doing this with you guys.
I mean, you don't have to hear it. Just like you ain't want to hear about Batman not killing. Just like you ain't want to hear about.
No, I'll hear about it. I'm just saying that. We could have the Batman
still
conversation.
Trying to find somebody. They
sure.
still trying to find somebody as good as Christopher Reeve right now. Still.
No, they're not. Henry Cavill's fine, and everybody loves him.
Henry Cavill, Nick. This dude said Henry Cavill is not Superman. I don't care what anybody tries.
Superman. He's not Clark Kent. He's not Clark Kent
either.
He is Superman.
He's Superman to me.
He's not Superman.
He's Superman.
He's Superman.
No Dean Cain. You don't like Dean Cain, huh? No.
Really?
Okay.
Dean Cain.
Don't even say Dean Cain.
I already did. I already did. He was on Smallville.
No, bro. Don't do Dean Cain.
Whatever. I don't care about Superman
at
all.
How he keep messing himself up, right?
I'm not messing myself up.
It's
I
like,
am
he be on your side, and then you say some crazy stuff, and then he be like, "Nah, dude, I can't mess with you, bro." I like the current dude. I like the current guy who's Superman. In the Superman and Lois thing, he still ain't better than Christopher Reeve, though. If anything, he's doing a rip on Christopher Reeve.
Nobody. Why do you keep bringing him up? Please,
because I'm right.
You've been wrong so many times tonight. That's terrible.
All right, time out.
That's the worst argument you've ever made.
We go through the things that Morgan has said that are just plain ridiculous tonight. Because if we did,
I didn't say a bunch of ridiculous stuff tonight. I said I don't care.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is top 5.
You said it's top 5.
It's a DC movie. What do you want? Like
I want you to pick a movie that's actually good. We're talking
about DC movies.
I want you to pick a movie that's actually good. That's what I would like for you to do.
If you say so. I mean, I haven't seen many DC movies.
I mean, you over here talking about Batman should be murdering folk. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't say he should murder anybody. I didn't say he should murder anybody. I said I'm fine with it. That's what I said.
Danny, this man is revising history as we speak. Like we ain't on. Like we not being recorded.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with him murking somebody.
Being recorded.
I don't care. If sometimes people got to get murdered, bro. I don't care,
bro. I'm worried about you, man.
You don't need to be worried about me, bro. I'm sorry.
History is getting away from you, man. You're getting old.
It's not. It's not.
You're getting old, brother.
No, I'm not. Look.
You get old, brother.
First off, again, I cannot restate this enough. It's a DC movie. Okay? So this is a DC list, and we're discussing DC movies. That's already bad enough.
Can I be real with you? I don't like I'm not a big fan of Christian Bale as Batman.
Well, I agree with you on that.
Keep that to yourself. Okay.
I have no problem with saying that.
I don't care. Well, you guys are DC fans, so
word of me.
He was a good Bruce Wayne, though. He
was
a good Bruce Wayne.
I think he was a better Bruce Wayne than Batman.
Yeah, he was a good
I can agree on that. But
I like Ben Affleck's Batman. I like
Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne.
You like Ben Affleck's Batman?
I didn't like Ben Affleck.
No, that's what Danny just said.
Yeah, I did.
Danny got the Joker on his list, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Joker's
this movie got Shazam. You got Shazam on your list, man.
It's a great film.
It's a great film.
You got Shazam.
All I know is I saw a vote earlier that said Danny's winning. I did see somebody say that earlier. We ain't put the poll up, and I know they said that there. They said Danny's winning, and I personally
broken clock
for this week I will gracefully.
Hey,
take it, bro, because I don't
seriously.
care.
Real talk. Don't do this again, man. This is like the second time. No. Seriously, this is the second time you'd be like, I don't care. I don't care about this list.
Nah.
Pick a list that you want to do.
I did pick a list that I wanted. I picked a list of the DC movies that I've seen, and I ranked them based on that.
Pick a topic that you want.
I'm not the only person that picks topics.
Don't come on here again with a crappy list.
There's a vote for that reason. We vote on the topic for that reason.
Pick a topic.
I have no issue with. I put the list together, didn't I? I mean, it's a list.
You clearly don't like 40% of your list.
Okay, let me put it to you like this. When we just had this election, there were mad people that you could pick for candidates. I liked none of them almost. But I had to pick somebody, right? And I did. So this is that.
But you didn't have to have this topic though.
Did not
have to. I gave you a list of a ton of topics that we could have done.
All right.
Danny said, "Oh, how about
Charles.
DC?" And you were like,
"Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Charles,
what do you say?
He gets it. Morgan,
I'm not the biggest DC Comics fan movie either. But Danny said, "Okay." You said, "Okay." So I was like,
I said, "I'm fine." I said, "It's cool. I don't care." So Danny gave good context. Danny gave good context as to why we should do the DC thing, and I said, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I said that's cool. Cause
okay, come on, Jay, don't do that. Come on, Jay, don't do that. I gotta go. Don't do that to me, Jay. Y'all always be trying to get me back in with the LeBron James, bro.
Man,
I'm not.
Jay.
Hey, you were really wrong on the LeBron James thing, so they should bring it up because I mean, you're still wrong.
All right, bro. It's not 10. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next time.
Right, Jay. When you right, you right.
You are right.
Right.
I'll see y'all next time.
Christopher Reeve is Michael Jordan.
That's all right. I got you, Jay. It's all good, bro.
Hey, facts.
He's 100% right. That man is speaking. Speaking knowledge. Don't
get offended. He offended now because Jay called him out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, Jay.
Seriously, Morgan, it's me and you here. Next time, if you don't want to do a topic, just say, I don't want to do that topic.
Listen, bro. I'm pretty sure I said, are we really? I don't know. I have to go look back in the chat, but I do know that I said.
It's in the chat, dude. Next time, if you don't want to do it, we don't have to do it.
Danny's got to go make sure he coaches Ace Blade to be more like Batman.
I want you to not have to be like, I ain't like this topic. Like, because if I don't like a topic, I'd be like, I don't do, like, y'all want to do the Disney songs. I don't know enough Disney songs off the top of my head.
You better go listen to them, Chance.
But if I do the list, I'm not gonna be like, man, F this list. Like, nah, like, I'm just.
What up, Tony? Look, I'm not. Listen, all I'm saying is it's DC movies. Okay, so I'm trying. Let me explain it one more time.
But they've had good movies though. They don't have a lot of them.
I put the movies that I enjoyed from DC are on that list.
But you just said, I asked you which ones you like. You only picked one.
Dark Knight is my favorite of them, and that's one that I would put in other lists of good. Like when we did the comic book movies, that one made it, right? The other ones did not. There's a reason for that. So if we're talking about DC movies,
I'm so confused right now.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the movies on your list? Yes or no?
I enjoyed them for what they were. They're DC movies. So Dark Knight is a phenomenal movie, period. The other movies are good movies, but they're DC movies. So I expect something to be terrible here. And most of the time there is. So now I will say that the original Batman was great in its time because I watched that movie a whole lot.
I agree.
Yeah, I watched that movie a whole lot growing up. At 89, so I was 5 years old. I watched that movie countless times. Just like the Ninja Turtles. I went back to watch Ninja Turtles not too long ago because I was excited about seeing Super Shredder. And then
Ninja Turtle holds up, man.
No, it does not. I went back and watched Ninja Turtles the other day, and I was like, this is
the first one.
The first one's definitely better than the second one.
But that's what I'm saying. Dudes in the suits hold up.
Tokar and Razor. When I went back to watch the second one, I was like, God, dog. I was like, man, what in the world? And as a kid, I was hyped, bro. I was like, oh snap.
Not good.
I swear. Sometimes I go back and watch stuff now, and I'm like, but like, you know something else I do that with? Dragon Ball Z is still legendary to me. Okay. But I can go back and watch Dragon Ball Z now. And how many times did we sit there in anticipation with our hands on our laps watching Goku say, "Give me the energy"? But it's a 25-minute show, and he was holding the spirit bomb, waiting to throw it for like 20 of them. You know what I'm saying? And then the only other thing that happened in the episode is like Krillin being like, "Oh my God, he's in another power level." And then the next episode starts, and he still got a spirit bomb.
Here's an honest moment. I'm gonna give you an honest moment. I don't like Dragon Ball Z.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
It is very boring. Episodes.
I refuse to respond to this.
There are episodes that just don't do anything. They just, like you said, they just be standing there.
Maybe you need to watch the right series, bro. I mean, if you watch
Dragon Ball Z.
If you watch the Cell series with Gohan,
I'm okay. Listen, I've seen a lot of
my big bro said go. My big bro said go to Hades.
I've seen like a ton of episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Not a big fan of it.
That's a mistake. I don't even understand how to even address what you just said and why. I'm
okay with it. I'm talking to somebody that don't watch Star Wars, so
I was late to Star Wars. I was late to Star Wars. I still can't say that it's like in my like top stuff. Like for stuff that is dealing with good and evil and stuff like that. And you got to remember now, I'm also not a Lord of the Rings person, so
Yeah, not everybody's perfect.
Yeah, I just whatever.
Nothing wrong on that one too.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings can. Well, hey,
Lord of the Rings is a great trilogy.
Yeah,
great.
To most people.
Most people. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I can only speak for me. Hey, listen. Look, when we did the list, I gave it its due.
Hey,
right? It was number one on my list, was it not?
No, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Well, Zack Snyder's Justice League is a DC movie, and we were having a DC conversation.
Hey,
so
don't do this again, man. Don't do it again, man. If you don't want to do the topic,
me not liking DC.
If you don't want to do the topic, we don't have to do it.
Because
next time I propose a topic, I'm gonna specifically go. I'm a video chat you and be like, "Yo, you cool?"
Don't do that. We don't need to do all that. So let me explain, guys. Let me explain what Javon.
I need to make sure, man.
Let me explain what Javon is over here upset about.
I'm not upset. I'm trying to figure out why you doing a topic you don't even want to do.
Because I can't have the topic be what I want it to be every week. We both,
but we can all agree on it. I wasn't even 100% on for the DC stuff either, but he said it.
Well, nobody
you said okay, and I was like, all right, cool.
I didn't say okay. I said, all right, I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's saying okay. That's saying okay.
No, it's not.
That's,
okay, and I'm fine.
Semantics right there.
Okay, and I'm fine. Semantic. Not the same.
You agreed with it. How about that? You agreed with it.
I have not read Batman Second Son. It sounds like something I would enjoy because it sounds like something dreadful is going to happen. Did something dreadful happen? Because if it did,
I don't know what Second Son movie is. I might have seen it, but I don't
Star Trek movies. That's another one. I don't know.
Honestly, I can't even remember the first Star Trek movies.
The only Star Trek movies I remember watching are the ones that just came out not too long ago.
No, I mean I've seen most of them. I
don't think I have. So I can say that Star Trek Discovery. I was not a Trekkie growing up, but Star Trek Discovery has me. It has me. Like I'm watching it. I'm watching it and I love it. I slept on it.
Another streaming service. I ain't paying another streaming.
I don't blame you. I mean, I got it. I watch it on Prime. It's on Prime. And
Batman is Lucius Fox's son. Yes, Batman is Black Man. Yeah, I don't really like the concept of Batman as a black man. So
I don't. So you know what? See, this is about to get me on another DC rant. See, so. I remember when I first saw the story, them saying Michael B. Jordan was working on a Superman movie, and they were talking about black Superman being black, and I was like, "Don't do it." I will. So the only way that I want to see a black Superman at all. Whose list is this? Because I can't see your name. So whose list is this? The only way that I will allow for
I won't.
A black Superman is if it is not Kal-El. If it's somebody else from you know what I'm saying, from Krypton. Oh, that's Mike. Okay. Mike
that's Suicide Squad number 2.
What Suicide Squad? The first one? The second one's better than the first one for sure. To me. Wrath of Khan. I've heard good things.
I'm not a big fan of race changed superheroes. I think it's a gimmick.
I agree. That's why I'm saying it will bother me. It would not bother me if it's not Kal-El though.
Even if it's not see, here's my thing. This is my problem with it. Anytime you have to put
Mike,
an adjective in front of the name, it's not whatever it is. Like when you say Superman, right? When I say Superman to you, what do you picture?
Nothing good.
What character do you picture?
Henry Cavill.
But you picture a white dude. You picture Superman. You picture Clark Kent, Kal-El, whatever. Yeah. When I say Captain America to you, you don't picture, this dude from, Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You picture Steve Rogers. When you put black Superman or black Captain America, that's not Captain America. That's black Captain America. When you pick,
Dang,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like I don't. That's just me though.
So you
like
just straight,
like
you
if
just
I
straight
go
up
Luke
F
Cage-
Falcon.
What?
My dude said F Falcon, bro. Get
Right. But I'm just
get
saying.
this
Like,
nigga out of here.
Falcon. I don't have to say Black Falcon. It's Falcon. Like Falcon is Falcon. He's black dude. Luke
Yeah,
Cage.
but Captain America, I mean, he's not immortal.
I understand
You know
what
what I'm saying?
I get that. But you're not supposed to put black anywhere. Yeah, but we
Exactly.
do. We do.
Yeah,
When I say
don't know about
Spider-Man,
that.
when I say Spider-Man, you don't think Miles Morales, you think Peter Parker.
Who don't?
Negro, stop.
Nah, you stop. I do think if you say Spider-Man, I'm thinking Miles Morales, bro.
You
Into the
tripping.
Spider-Verse.
You lying to
Into the
yourself.
Spider-Verse
You lying
is
to
awesome.
yourself. You lying to yourself.
No, you think
lying.
I'm lying to
You're
myself.
absolutely
I can't help
lying
that.
to yourself.
Nah, because
You're absolutely lying to yourself.
bro, okay, so first off,
Y'all
let me
lying.
remind you of something. Let me remind you of something. I did not
He's
grow
not
up
the
reading
current
comics.
Spider-Man, so stop it.
I did not grow up reading comics. So when I tell you these things, I promise you, I'm not just making it up. I'm speaking
That's
from
different, dude. Your son is named Miles. Obviously,
Y'all
there's a
come into
connection
this
there.
Danny's gonna be there. Is that this
Nah.
weekend? Is that this weekend, Charles, or next weekend? Because if it's this weekend, I might come up there. What it do, Mike?
I'm not lying.
Is that this weekend?
I'm not lying.
I didn't say you lying. I
You
just saw
did.
you. Time out.
You
No,
lying to yourself.
no, Morgan. Did I not say your son is named Miles? You have a connection.
I'm not lying. Had to
I
close
can
the
barely
Facebook.
hear
It's
you.
my fault.
You told me that I don't envision Miles Morales when somebody says Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was talking to Morgan.
Definitely do.
I saw
Oh,
Morgan.
I
I saw your
November 14th. Let me look real quick, Charles.
no. I saw your comment about your son being named Miles, and I'm like, oh, obviously there's a connection there, so it probably will jump to your brain first. But if you ask the average person who Spider-Man is, they gonna say Peter Parker.
If you ask a lot of current fans now that has gotten into comic books, they will say Miles Morales. Miles Morales is
I would look. I promise you.
This
You
era
know what?
of this era.
I got a
of
Comic-Con. I got a
comic
Comic-Con in a month. I got a Comic-Con in a month. I'm gonna ask that question.
I'm gonna ask the question. Miles Morales has taken over the mantle. His stories have been too good. He's been connecting with people in a way that Peter Parker hasn't, because Peter Parker's been around so long, and I think that's
exactly.
like, I think there's legitimacy in what you're saying about, like, when we think of Captain America, when we think about Superman, we think of Steve Rogers, we think of Clark Kent. But I think that's only because, well, two things, and I could be wrong and I could be reaching, but I think that's because these characters have been around for 75 plus years.
Yeah, that's my point.
They're not characters anymore. They're IPs. So they're an IP that they're trying to continue. But when you get to the movies, when you get to the TV shows, that same style of like keeping this character alive and moving doesn't work like it does in a comic book. Because in comic books, time literally stands still. We've had these characters for 80, 90 years, and they're still 25.
Movies do too, though. How many James Bond films have we had?
But you've had different James Bonds in each one of those films,
right? But we've had Bruce Wayne. We've had like 4 or 5 Bruce Wayne.
And James Bond is a mantle.
But if you ask somebody who's Batman, they're not gonna say Dick Grayson. They're not gonna say Lucius Fox or whatever the Fox son's name. They're gonna say Bruce Wayne. Yeah, they got a black Batman out right now.
That's in future slate. That character has just been introduced.
But you understand? But my point about this, it's the same thing. My point is always this: the characters, they'll get a nice little run in the shine in the sun, and then as soon as they get shuffled to the background, and then the originals run back up, and then they're the guys again. It happened with Captain America.
Some of these characters aren't getting shuffled into the background. It's the characters that don't last.
I guarantee you, Miles will be in the background soon.
Tell me another character that took over a mantle that got a full-blown video game.
Huh?
Tell me another character that took over a mantle that got a full-blown video game.
And arguably the best Spider-Man movie that's ever been made.
It ain't the best, but whatever.
It won an Oscar. I'm not arguing it's the best. It won an Oscar.
Into the Spider-Man is fire.
It won an Oscar for best film.
I mean, it won an Emmy for best animated movie.
Hey,
Into the Spider-Verse is fire. If you say it's not, you're just lying.
I didn't say it's not fire though. I didn't say
like,
it's
no,
not fire. You guys got to understand.
No.
Time out. I don't dislike my. Hold on.
You're saying all these characters fade to the background. When a character wades through all the shit and stands out, they're not fading that character to the background. Falcon, yes, he faded to the background as a comic book character. Miles Morales is still growing and still going. Kamala Khan is still growing and still going.
Can I? All right, good. Okay. Kamala Khan, number one, is taking over a mantle that the other person moved on to take over a mantle that wasn't even used. And so that person is being pushed. Carol Danvers is being pushed as Captain. Oh, Jesus. Got people coming out.
So what up?
So, but if you look historically, every person, every comic book character, every icon that has had somebody quote unquote take over for them, that person gets shine. But then when the original is ready to come back, that person moves back. Now, I will give Miles credit. They got a whole movie out of him. That's more than most have ever got. Most. Like that, I mean, that's most. Miles might be the exception to the rule, but he's still not 100% in the spotlight as the Spider-Man. He's not the Spider-Man that has time out. Hold on. He's not the Spider-Man that has 3 different series with him in it. He's not the Spider-Man that's got a live action movie coming out right now. He's not the Spider-Man that's got he's got multiple video games. The IP that Marvel cares about more, in my opinion, is Peter Parker. Not that they don't care about Miles, but they care more about Peter Parker. It has happened time and time again. They shuffled Monica Rambeau to the back. She was Captain Marvel. They shuffled her to the back. Rhodey was Iron Man for a bit. They shuffled him to the back. They got him to be War Machine. That ain't I mean, he's War Machine in the background. It happens over and over again.
Historically, you are correct.
It's historical. It's a historical thing.
Historically, you're correct. But in today's media of geekdom, that's not the same rule that applies. If a character can step up and transcend regular geekdom and exceed, they're going to keep that character. Miles Morales.
I'm not saying that they're not going to keep him around. They keep all these characters around. They're just not the focus.
Miles is not just being kept around. Miles is getting light. You can't tell me
he wasn't.
Right,
but he's not on the same level as Peter Parker. That's all I'm
agreeing with you on historically. I'm saying those rules are changing now. It's not.
I don't think they'll ever change.
Peter Parker has had his time. Today's
I gotta agree with Mike on that.
I don't think it'll ever change. I think we want it to change.
It's not that we want it to change. The evidence is there. Miles Morales has created a new brand of the Jordan. Of a Jordan #1 tennis shoe that's never been out. They made that shoe off of his movie that won an Emmy. And he got a video game that's much better.
I'm not saying that he hasn't been successful.
I know you're not saying that. I'm trying to explain to you why the rules is changing. Because Miles has started to establish and put things out there that these other characters haven't. Kamala Khan has brought in millions of kids to reading.
Yeah, but Kamala Khan is not.
Dude, you're not.
Kamala Khan is not a good example.
So here's the problem with this discussion right now. I'm acknowledging
what I'm saying is that she's not a good example.
What you're saying, but
hey, good point. Good point with Danny with Jon Stewart. I mean,
even Jon Stewart. Even Jon Stewart. Hal Jordan is considered to be the Green Lantern.
No.
Nah, I gotta because
all right, okay.
The Green Lantern was Jon Stewart, and that comes from the artist that worked at DC. What's his name? I can't remember his name. He draws a bunch of Batman stuff right now. I think he's the creator of Jon Stewart because he argued with Warner Brothers that they need to use Jon Stewart for future stuff because Jon Stewart's the most recognizable Green Lantern. They force Hal Jordan on us.
I think you got a whole.
Who got the Green Lantern?
You got a whole.
You don't want to hear nothing nobody else said.
I think you got a whole generation.
Mike, I'm asking you a question. Mike, I'm asking you a question.
The movie's there, so you don't have to answer that question. I'm trying to give you other facts.
I'm taking
Jon Stewart is the most recognizable Green Lantern because of Justice League.
You're saying Green Lantern is considered to be Jon Stewart.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, hold on. And I'm telling you that the movie wasn't Jon Stewart. The movie was Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan is on all the promotional stuff. You go to Warner Brothers, it ain't Jon Stewart.
I apologize for this comment. That movie happened because white people were in charge.
What movie?
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. I agree. I agree with you.
How Jon Stewart, because of Justice League, is the most recognizable Green Lantern. Those other ones may have came first, but they're forced on us. Just like Marvel Comics tried to force the Avengers on us. Like they tried to force the Fantastic Four when really their popular characters were the X-Men and Spider-Man, which is why those properties sold first. Please don't up twist your face. X-Men and Spider-Man are the most popular comic books at Marvel when they sold those properties while they sold.
What, right now? I'm sorry, right now? I'm sorry, dog is barking. Were you saying the X-Men are...
X-Men and Spider-Man, when they sold those properties, were the most popular properties at Marvel. They tried to, at that time, they tried to force the Avengers and Fantastic Four on us because those were the long stays. Those were one that was there.
No, I'm not trying to argue. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're saying when they sold the property.
So it's the same thing with Hal Jordan.
No. I'm trying to figure out. I'm not arguing with you. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
And I'm trying to explain it.
Sorry, I got a baby and a dog. So
shoot, I ain't hear the baby. Thank you.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to ask the question again. I'm not trying to be combative.
Hal Jordan is in the same realm. Hal Jordan was before Jon Stewart, but because that's the boy that they want to push, that's who they push. But they can't hide. They can't keep hiding by the fact that Jon Stewart is the most popular Green Lantern.
Yeah,
he's the one that's more recognizable. But the bigger heads in charge want it to be Hal Jordan.
Go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say, there's a whole generation who grew up watching like the Justice League cartoon, Justice League Unlimited cartoon, who probably, I mean, if there are people who are not really into the comic book world and they just grew up on the cartoon, they don't even know who Hal Jordan is. Like, there is people out there who are gonna say Jon Stewart because they've never picked up a comic. They've just looked at they've just watched those cartoons. I think there is a big group of people, mainly kids that grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, are gonna say Jon Stewart is Green Lantern. So that's all I'll say.
No. And you're right. Like, you guys, I'm not saying you guys aren't right about that. And I'm not talking about these characters being popular within their own right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about mental image. When we talk about a certain property, if we talk about a certain character, the majority of the people, if you say Spider-Man, they're not visualizing Miles. They're visualizing Peter Parker. Now,
but what age are you talking about, though?
They might ask, "Hey, buddy, what's up?"
Because there's more kids now that want to dress up as Miles Morales than they would do as Peter Parker.
That's what I'm saying. You might have people ask which one.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
That's a huge deal.
But it's not meant to be an insult to Miles or any of the other characters. When I say, who do you visualize when you say Batman? Who do you visualize when you say Superman? Who do you visualize when you say any of these other characters? Because those are the icons. They are iconic. They're iconic for a reason. It's not meant to be like Miles ain't ish. You know what I mean? Like, I like Miles. I mean, I think I wish he had his own identity because I don't like hand-me-down. I'm not really big on legacy characters. Morgan and I have had this conversation before. I feel like they're hand-me-downs. Like, putting Sam Wilson in as Captain America, to me, dilutes what makes Sam Wilson an individual. Sam Wilson works better as Falcon. He's more known as Falcon. He's more of an individual as Falcon. I understand that you want to write stories about what it's like for there to be a Black Captain America, and that's fine. But to me, what makes him better, what makes Sam Wilson isn't that he's Captain America. It's that he's Falcon. Thank you, buddy. Go ahead. What?
Breaking up a little bit.
You're frozen and you're breaking up. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost him.
He probably gonna try to rejoin. Yeah.
But that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to like step on these characters and their impact and their legacy, because you're absolutely right. When I go to Comic-Cons, when I do Comic-Cons now, I see a ton of Miles Morales. I do. Like, I see a ton of Miles Morales. Say, everybody.
What's up, handsome?
What up, buddy?
I see all, the kids, it resonates with them. Like I see it. And yeah, I see a lot of Jon Stewart's and everything. But when you're talking about iconic characters, the Bruce Wayne is Batman. Like you could throw Dick Grayson in there, you can throw whoever you want in there. But when you think about them, they're Dick Grayson Batman. You don't think about Bruce Wayne as Bruce Wayne Batman. You think about Batman. When you think about Spider-Man, you don't really think Peter Parker Spider-Man. You think Spider-Man. You think Miles Morales Spider-Man. You think Jon Stewart Green Lantern. But if you just said Green Lantern is a white dude with a ring on his finger,
then it depends on who you ask, I think.
But yes, obviously it depends on who you ask.
Like I think when a character transcends that position, that's the person that you think about. That's how I think anyway. So I guess that's just a matter of disagreement. And I love the discussion of when people say like Falcon was better as Falcon. It has no value for him to be Captain America. It doesn't make him interesting or whatnot. Because the interesting thing was him being Falcon, and that was it. But like, how many people were looking for Falcon as Falcon? How many people were buying the book Falcon? How many people were going crazy about Falcon?
But that's also but that's a deeper problem though, because that's a marketing and who's in charge issue, right? Because they could easily get, hey, Jim Lee, go do a Falcon series, but that's not the properties that they want to push.
But I'm not.
It's like Luke Cage.
You put Jim Lee as an artist on a Falcon book, I'm still not buying it because I think Falcon's a lame character.
Dude, if you put Jim Lee on a Falcon book, I understand that you won't, but if you put Jim Lee on a Falcon book, that joint selling six figures.
I'm not saying it's not selling. I'm saying Falcon as a superhero is lame. Sam Wilson, it's dope, but that whole like I got these vibranium wings and I fly in the comic books, that shit was just like he was a that's why I wasn't. That's me and a lot of other people. That's why I wasn't interested in him. But Sam Wilson is a dope character. And him taking over that role of Captain America and the reasons why, especially in the cinematic universe, makes sense. Making sense versus just doing it. Miles Morales taking over the Spider-Man role in the comic book was literally one of the perfect transitions I've ever seen in the comic books.
But he didn't really do it though. But this is my thing. In the comics, he doesn't really take over the thing. He's just existing right next to him.
Not originally, not in the Ultimate Universe where he originally.
But that's a different. But once again, it's not like it'd be one thing. Like I would probably respect it more if it was like, all right, Miles is taking over. Like what they did with Ben Reilly. When Ben Reilly took over, he got all 3 Spider-Man books and he was the Spider-Man.
And Ultimate
they did the Ultimate Universe. He was over here and doing the Ultimate thing, and then they had their cake and they ate it too. And they still had Peter Parker over here at 3-4 series selling up such and such.
Right, but like
it's always been existing together.
Miles Morales was created in a different universe. When Peter Parker died, Miles Morales took over that universe. He was that universe's Spider-Man. And then they brought him over to 616 because he transcended popularity.
I'm not saying he didn't.
I know, but you keep trying to, like when I'm trying to make the point. It's like,
right here?
No, I get your point. Your point.
Like exactly what you said, Miles did in his universe where he existed. He took over as Spider-Man. The Ultimate Universe was a whole different comic book thing. He took over. And he was brought over to 616 because of how popular he was. They killed everybody else in the Ultimate Universe but saved Miles Morales.
And brought over the Maker, too.
The Maker.
I think, and Gwen, right? They brought Spider-Gwen over.
Gwen was from somewhere else.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen.
She was from okay.
She was from somewhere else.
But once again, this is a personal thing, and I'm not saying that everybody should agree with me. I'm not a big fan of legacy. I'm not a big fan of slapping a black or a woman.
See, that's the problem right there.
That's my thing.
No,
I like original characters.
I respect that, but it's that terminology you're using. Sometimes it is just slapped on, but in different cases,
and Mike's saying that Miles Morales is his case. That's not what's happening.
It's not a slap on. I don't think either. I think the story made sense though. I think
it's not a slap on. If you read all those stories connected to it,
I know the entire history. It came from this dude. Time out. It came from the dude. What's his name from Atlanta?
It came from Brian Michael Bendis.
No, but it originated with the dude, the actor. What is his name?
I can't help
He's
it,
the actor in Atlanta. He's actor in Atlanta.
Donald Glover.
Main character.
There's a whole bunch of actors in Atlanta. Lakeith Stanfield,
The writer.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover said, "I want to be Spider-Man," and people went up in arms about, "Oh, a black Spider-Man," and then Bendis got the idea about what if he did a black Spider-Man, and then he ended up putting together a black and Latina. Look it up. It literally came from the concept. What if there was a black Spider-Man? That's where it came from.
We're just gonna disagree because the shit wasn't slapped on. It was a well thought out.
I'm not saying it was slapped together. I'm saying
that's what the entire debate has been about.
I said they slapped black on the front of something. That's what.
And Mike's saying that's not what happened. That's what the conversation is about.
Not what happened.
That was literally Bendis' thought process. What if Spider-Man was black? He's done 100 different interviews when he talks about it. He says, what if Spider-Man was black? It's a what if. It's not meant to be disparaging. It is what it is. Just like Sam Wilson is.
All right, so let me define this for you. When someone says it's just slapped on, it means that somebody did not do the work to develop the story.
If you have an issue with my terminology, I won't say slapped on.
That's what I'm saying.
What he just said.
Fine. But what I'm saying is that it was literally a what if Spider-Man was black? And then they did it. Just like, what if Captain America was black? And then they did it. This is not new.
That's how
they did. What if Iron Man was black? And then they did it.
There you go. What if I was a superhero? And then I did it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you I'm just talking conceptually. You don't have an issue with legacy. You don't have an issue with seeing a black person. You don't have an issue with a black person.
I have an issue with legacy when it's not done right.
Mm-hmm.
But when, in all honesty, when has it been done really wrong? Can you name any time that it was done wrong?
In the comic books, Sam Wilson becoming Captain America.
But
he was more interesting then, but it still wasn't done right. It was done better in the movies.
Okay. What I'm saying, but once again, this isn't about the quality of whatever it is. I think you and I are disagreeing because I'm not saying that Miles' stories aren't good. I'm not saying that Miles hasn't been successful. I'm not saying that Miles doesn't resonate. I'm not even saying that Miles isn't going to last. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the majority of people, if you ask them, if you just said picture Spider-Man, if you just ask a dude to draw Spider-Man, they're gonna draw Peter Parker's costume.
You don't know about that, bro. Not in this day and age.
I'm hearing everything that you're saying.
Okay.
I'm hearing everything.
If you disagree, I'm okay.
I understand and I respect it. But then it just came into my head. I thought this was the top 5 DC movies.
Yeah.
Hey, Morgan hates DC.
Wait. I was letting y'all go.
Yeah.
Just to prove my point. I was letting y'all go.
I was in the comments and I'm like, yo, let me hop on because I thought we was talking DC. And then it was
we
like
talk DC.
And I hopped into this craziness. I was like,
listen.
No, because it was a good discussion. It was a good back and forth. I enjoyed
it. Was good.
But as you're talking, I was like, I hear what he's saying. I was like,
hey,
what about the DC movies?
Sometimes it's just got to go. You know,
my point. Look, I literally was not saying anything. One, because I like y'all know I didn't grow up reading comics, so I don't have anything for like how characters. I don't know any of that stuff, so that's why I was letting y'all experts talk about that. Two, we're not talking about DC. You know, I don't know why we're not talking about DC. Because it's trash. That's why. So I didn't even have to say anything. We proved the point for 30 minutes tonight. Just now.
I don't think DC and their characters are not trash.
No, I didn't. Okay, so I'm not talking about the comics. Okay. They have some awesome characters as comics. We're talking, but this list is about DC. This is about DC movies, and DC movies, by and large, are trash. Which is why they
I
don't
gave you
deserve a
5
5.
good ones. I
They
gave
don't
you
deserve
5
a
good
5.
ones.
I didn't hear your 5. What was your 5?
Oh, my 5. Let me read them. A History of Violence at number 5. Watchmen at number 4. Wonder Woman at number 3. The Dark Knight at number 2, and the original Superman at number 1.
I forgot History of Violence.
History of Violence is a great film.
Yeah,
Great
no,
film.
it is. It absolutely.
Yeah, I wish I had planned on when I got off work getting to the house early enough for me to be able to watch V for Vendetta because I haven't seen it, but I've been meaning to see it for forever and I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
but
me too. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I'm pretty sure that if I watched it, that would have made the list. Constantine, the only reason Constantine's not on the list is because it's been so long since I've seen it. I do remember watching it, and I remember parts of it, and I do remember liking it for what it was. But because I like when you're dealing with, heaven, hell, people, and where they're at in it. And there's certain scenes from it that I remember that are in my head right now. But I couldn't in good faith put it on the list because I can't remember.
Take Wonder Woman off my list and replace it with Constantine. I forgot all about it.
Constantine is not a very good adaptation.
Don't you ever speak ill of Keanu Reeves.
It's not a great adaptation of the book.
I don't give a crap about that.
I enjoyed the movie. It's just not a great adaptation. What do you want me to say? Like they admit
I said what I want you to say.
It's a good movie. I enjoy watching Constantine, but it's not a. I mean, Keanu Reeves is not a very good Constantine.
Oh, there we go. Struck a nerve.
There you go.
He's not a very good Constantine. Have you ever read a Constantine book?
No.
Then stop.
And I don't need to.
Then
either.
You have nothing to say on this.
I just said it. I said something just now, so I do
Stop
have
making
something
faces then.
Okay. So the point is, this list is about DC movies.
Okay.
Not the comics, which is based on the comics.
So,
it's based on the comics. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Let me finish.
So that doesn't matter.
Let me finish. It's based on the comics, but like you said, okay. So like you said a minute ago, you got what were we talking about earlier? That was
who is this?
I'm trying to figure that out. Put your name up here because it's not you're on Facebook, but it's not showing me what.
To the fella that I don't know, I agree with just about everything that you're saying. Which one of us don't you know? I'm pretty sure you know.
I think he was talking to Javon. I think whoever it is was talking about Javon, but I'm not sure. That's why I wanted y'all to put your name in there because from wherever you're watching it on Facebook, but it's not showing me your name on here.
Brad Arnie. I thought it was Brad. Yeah,
I don't know who that is. So
I thought it was
Brad.
So,
we here.
Yeah, so I mean, like I don't like we were talking about earlier Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and you were saying that Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man wasn't like the comics. But I asked you, is Robert Downey Jr.'s version better? And wait, did you answer that earlier?
I didn't answer.
Do you think the comic version of Iron Man is better or Robert Downey Jr.'s version is better?
I think Robert Downey Jr. is entertaining though. Like he just is entertaining.
That's not what I asked you.
But I wasn't a big time out. I wasn't a big Iron Man fan before the movie though.
I'm sorry?
I wasn't a big Iron Man fan before the movie.
It's a simple
so
question.
I mean I don't know what you're Robert Downey Jr. is entertaining. I just gave you an answer.
No, you didn't. Okay, so let me ask the question again. What I said is, so obviously you read Iron Man, right? You read the comics. All right, bet. So you read those comics, but you've also watched Iron Man movies with Robert Downey Jr. and Avengers and all that. Which one is better? The movies and Robert Downey Jr.'s rendition of that character or the comics?
No, I just told you I like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like I've read Iron Man books that I like.
But better than the comics.
He only's got one. He's honestly, let's be real. Only one of the Iron Man movies is good.
Do you like Robert Downey Jr. better than the comics as Iron Man?
Comics, I don't know. It's not like a yes or no question though.
It most certainly is a yes or no question.
I most definitely like Robert Downey Jr.
I like Robert Downey Jr. better.
I mean, you gotta do okay. There's some Iron Man books I really like, but Robert Downey Jr. only had one good Iron Man movie. What do you want me to do?
Like I always dug Iron Man, like, but it really popped for me with Robert Downey Jr.'s you know, the way he did it. It made me want to even go back and read some of the comics. You know what I mean? And it's just, but it wasn't there. Like I would say he really put Iron Man on the map probably more than anything else.
Because all that like fast talking, all that twitchy fast talking thing, like that's Robert. Like Iron Man and Tony Stark in the movie, Tony Stark in the comic books is like almost like Bruce Wayne.
That's why I think I like it better. I think that's why I like it better. I think he added a different dynamic to the character that we wasn't seeing in the comic. Like I think that for me, that's why I enjoy the way he does it better, because it doesn't become a Bruce Wayne Batman thing. He's kind of got his own. He adds his own twist to it. For
he's
me,
more like
personally.
All right, so let me.
He's like a more damaged Bruce Wayne. If
no, you can't be more damaged than Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
He's like a Playboy version.
Bruce Wayne ain't no alcoholic.
So let me steer the car back to my point why I brought that up. So I brought that up because you said Keanu
Constantine is better in the books than he is in the movie. That's the one. Okay. That's what you want me to say. Constantine is better in the books than he is in the movie. If you've never read the book, then you can't really like side-eye me.
I gotta say,
my eyes are looking right at the camera, so you know.
I think the CW version of Constantine is better than the movie version.
That is closer to yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. All I know is the movie. All I know is the movie. That's why I was responding to, which is why I brought up the other thing. Which is why I brought up the Iron Man thing, because I have not read the comics. Right, I haven't read the comics.
T'Challa is way better. T'Challa is way better than the movie.
Morgan.
Comic T'Challa is way better than the movie.
I'm not gonna get mad about
we all over the place. Can I premiere a trailer on your show live?
Absolutely.
A trailer for our new Kickstarter.
Of course you can.
Oh man, you the best.
What I do? I need to share the screen.
Yep, that's all you need to do.
I already seen it, but
let me
watch it again.
Well, you got to send me the link on Facebook.
Oh no, I'm just gonna pop it up in here.
All right.
This is our new Kickstarter. It'll be launching October 22nd, a week after Charlie's Spider Squirrel.
On 5-Star Fridays.
On 5-Star Friday, we'll be launching it live. But because it
is this for EmeraQuest?
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's do it. Hold up. All right, so dang, hold up, what happened? I heard a bloop.
Yeah, that's it. It just popped up.
Okay, all right, bet. I'm already pissed and jealous.
Is that Ace Blade? Oh my God. If you do not give me that. First off,
here I got a beef with it though.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go because I need to gather my thoughts before I speak. In case I'm wrong. I want to get banned before I even get back to Facebook.
I'm just salty that there ain't a character based on 5-Star in the whole scheme.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, Morgan, he don't even get the beef because his whole character is in the FSK verse.
That is true.
I mean, he is, but
you literally are in FSK.
I'm talking about like I want a character back in that story. Is what I'm saying. Why can't 5-star come with some swords or some powers or something, a different version?
Like, come over here. Your man's greedy. Your man.
I am.
Look, I don't know about any of that. All I know is
it's true.
As soon as it started and I saw the animation, I was very upset. First, second, I don't know who made the anime music, but I am pissed that I don't have any anime music for Lumberjack.
Well,
Lumberjack is not an anime character, but I would love to have I want like Baki's song put behind Lumberjack, and Lumberjack can just be holding the axe like this.
Well, there you go. I think you need to do some anime style art with him and do some dope promo. That would be sick. You can say I gave you the idea. I mean, I'm greedy. I'm greedy, so put my name on it. I'm greedy, so put my name on it.
I would definitely say you gave me that. Well, actually, I'd have to give the nod to Mike first on that because I don't wait. I can't. No, I can't do that. I'm not gonna pull it Danny Quick.
No, you fine because I already told everybody that you and Danny J Quick have characters in Emerald Quest.
Oh, okay.
Right. I knew.
Well, never mind. Yeah. So,
I'm trying to figure out.
Wait, you didn't know that?
To get in this
no,
book.
I didn't know. I just was trying.
I was about to say, like, bro, how do you not know?
Oh, don't get it twisted now. Mike and Danny be on some stuff, and then I'll be like, "Wait, what happened now?" Oh, yeah, I guess. I guess so.
I thought you was gonna say something.
I'm trying to figure out how I can get in these books.
Hey, man, listen.
Hey, that's easy because I respect the hell out you, brother. I love arguing with you, man. So
listen. I've been talking to Morgan and they think I'm playing, but I'm like, why have we not done a massive crossover with all these characters we got?
See, don't play, bro. Because listen, we talk about this stuff all the time. You don't even understand. You don't even know. We literally just had this conversation like last week. Who was it? I won't bring the person.
I be
up.
trying to get Greg.
Just had a conversation.
I be trying to tell Greg the same thing, man.
I'm greedy, so put me in.
we got all these characters, man. We can make some money.
Hey, say less. Look, and we got artists in the middle of it, so we can, hey, look, don't get it twisted. I can't draw not a lick, but I can write though. So hey,
it's not. I think I'm okay with the pencil, but
Nah, hey, look, logo right there says that. You ain't got to. You don't have to say nothing else. That logo. This logo.
Oh, you did the logo.
Yeah, he did a logo.
Hey, that logo is dope, bro.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's
why I said that. That's why I said that logo right there.
Matter of fact,
I need to be said.
I'm gonna get something like that with me and Fish. I'm stealing everybody's ideas. I'm doing what everybody else is doing.
Man, all you got to do is reach out, man. I'm just saying, we got Lumberjacks, we got Ace Blade, we got Heat. I'm still. We could. What's Greg's character's name? How do you pronounce it?
Greg Barnum or Greg? Which Greg? Greg Anderson, Elise?
Oh, we got Tuskegee Ayers. I've been trying with Tuskegee.
Yeah, it's Nana Sadiqa.
Yeah. I've been trying with them fools.
Don't even get me dreaming about stuff.
I've been trying, man. It don't make no sense why we ain't did something to bring.
Well, all right. So being completely candid, one of the reasons is because Mike is already stupid busy.
Oh yeah.
I am also.
How many books you got, Mike? Because I don't know.
50 million.
I don't know. Are you right?
All right.
Right?
Be prepared. We're gonna take about another 30 minutes of the show real quick. So go ahead, Mike.
You ain't gotta tell me them all, man. You can just slack.
Let the viewers know.
By January we'll have like 9 titles.
Yeah.
But how many issues?
Like Hot Shot has how many issues now?
Oh, Hot Shot has 10.
Yeah.
10, which is going with the Kickstarter, and then the 11th issue is coming out in December.
Vigilance.
Okay. Let's just say you could do a whole show about the top 5 FSK.
That's facts.
Titles.
Literally. No, he does literally have that many comics under FSK that he could literally do a top 5 FSK.
I'm actually, I'll be real with y'all. Like, I'm jealous at y'all who just write, man. Because like if all I could do is write, I had like 15 titles, but I got
if I could draw at all.
See, we say that about draw. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I say that about people who draw because
man.
I know, but we got to come up with them.
Cause all I could, I got to come up with Squilla every time, and
I got to crank. Because for I don't know how much Mike knows, but I do everything on my book.
Oh no, I did not know that.
Everything.
Listen,
write, draw, color, letter, everything. So
panel board, all of it. That's what I'm saying. But that's my point.
That's like months. Like that's my point.
Like that's why I said
4 months.
That's why I said it would be a big deal. It would be a big deal if we did do a crossover. Number one, the only reason that I would say that people are not already in that bag is because there's so much already on the docket to work on. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for me, I'm still trying to get, like, I'm going to hit Guido up as soon as we get off of here and be like, hey, bro, where we at on, because I'm trying to drop Lumberjacks number 3 before the year is over with. So,
ooh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Lumberjacks number 3, writing.
But I still ain't get my Kickstarter rewards. I ain't gonna put that on the line.
I'm still waiting for my Lumberjack.
My bad. I don't think I did, bro. I didn't got it. I haven't got it.
I'll check back a kid because I don't have that many more left to ship. I think we maybe have like 20. I would have finished last weekend, but my son was sick. So.
Morgan, you're the only dude who would tell me before the Kickstarter launch, you're like, yo, let me send you the book so you can read it. And you don't send me the book, and then I'm the last to get it out of the backers, bro.
Listen, hey, look,
there's a beef. There's a silent beef between me and you, and I know it now. This is the first time you invited me on the show. I had to beg to get on in your inbox.
You don't have to beg.
I said, Morgan, please, can I get on?
He most certainly did not.
See, you were like, I guess. Listen, you said, I guess since Mike's on, you can get on.
I can share the screen. Cool. Nah, okay. Let me share the screen real quick.
let me speak on something real quick. I had this idea a while back. And I didn't bring it to you because you made the point. Like you and Danny and everybody, y'all all busy.
Yeah.
And everybody got their own thing going. But I really wanted to do, like, I was like, man, like I started thinking about Image Comics and how they came together. And I was thinking about Milestone. How Milestone came together. And I'm like, dude, I know all these dudes and we all got our little separate imprints and everything. And I was like, I don't understand why we don't band together. Like, there's no reason why we all. I mean, there's a reason.
Brad, don't do that.
But I understand everybody got their own hustle. That's why I don't mess with Brad.
No, all it is like.
No, I get it.
I about to say like Mike has already consumed many. You know what I'm saying? Like he is the talent drawing black hole of energy. You know
I've seen some of it on Facebook, man. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, I'm part of Mike's team. I'm part of Mike's team, and I've been trying to get a meeting with him for 4 days. He had to pencil me in today.
Dang. Tony just airing everything out tonight, bro. I see you, bro. Go ahead. Throw it all out there.
But Mike,
I'm playing. It's pin-up aggression. I'm sorry. I ain't seen you in a while, Morgan.
Wait, when's the next con you doing?
I got Chicago this weekend.
Which one? Oh, C2, E2?
No, Wizard World Chicago.
Wait, what is it?
Wizard World Chicago.
Oh, okay. That's not C2, E2, right?
No, there's 2 separate ones, but this is the final Wizard World show.
We all gotta pick a con and do it, man.
Oh, I would love that. But
we're supposed to be coming to December.
To where?
I don't think that I think the reason the collaboration has not happened with all of us because we have all grown as creators and we all know it can't just simply be a crossover to do it.
Yeah, it's gotta make sense. We gotta script it. Yeah.
But I'm just talking about we all need to just get it, just like pick a con and all get tables.
BlurCon.
I'm trying, but they haven't posted the date, right?
Yeah,
I thought that already happened this year.
They have the date, but they just haven't posted that the tables are open. As soon as the tables are open, we should all go. I'm going. That was my best show.
Wait. When is that though? I thought they already.
That's next year.
I was about to say. Okay. Yeah, I'm. You already know I'm in. Look, because you know, the only reason I've been holding off was because I was trying to make sure that I had Lumberjacks number 2. I wanted at least 2 comics to be able to bring to the con. So if it's next year, I should be able to have Lumberjacks number 3 done, possibly 4. So I haven't made that announcement because I'm still banned on Facebook. But Lumberjacks. So if I'm able to get
lifetime ban.
hey man, listen, it
So
happens. Dr. Bird don't like me.
I'm gonna try. I've been trying. Like BlurredCon is on my list. Like next year, I'm trying to do like 5. I'm trying to do BlurredCon. I want to do WakandaCon, but I don't even know if they're even doing that next year.
I'm going to DragonCon. God dang it!
No, I'm definitely doing DragonCon. I was supposed to do that this year, but
yeah. New York Comic Con too. I want to.
I'm gonna try and do New York, man. It's so hard to get a table there, dude.
And it costs a lot of money, so I'm gonna make
4,
Greg
right?
do it.
It's like 400. I think.
I'm part of Mike's entourage at the cons now. So like when he's at the table, like in between him doing like drawing for people, like I massage his hand and stuff. Like when he, you know what I mean? Like he'd be like, yo, Tony, can you go grab me a water? I'll be like, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? So like, hey man, I'll be there too. I got
a couple dudes who helped me out too. I appreciate them. Chad, Alex, they're my boys. They help me out.
I'll tell you ahead of time right now though. When we get to the con, if you're not bringing energy, you better be ready because Mike gonna be.
Oh no, I'm a hustler, man.
Mike gonna be on the table.
Dude, I don't play. I don't play.
Yeah,
at cons,
Mike.
That was pre-COVID, Mike. I don't know how I'm gonna be at the show this weekend.
Man,
you haven't done one since?
You'll be up there.
I haven't done a show in 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And at the beginning of September, I got COVID and I was in the hospital. Oof. So
I did Rhode Island. I did not Rhode Island. I did Boston Fan Expo.
Okay.
About a month ago. And honestly, everybody wore masks. I didn't have no problem. I just kept my sanitizer next to me.
Well, definitely wearing masks and having sanitizer with me, but I got my shot, so I'm good on that. But I'm more saying because I am very energetic when I'm at shows. I do get on top of tables and shit, and I have a mic. I just don't know how much because my lungs are still healing, so I just don't know how much I'm gonna have at the show.
Hey man, listen.
We got to work that BlurredCon, man, because I know Greg and them do BlurredCon.
Yeah,
I know they do.
Greg and them do every con.
I know they do every con.
Any con that you think of, they're probably at it.
They travel way more than I'm gonna be traveling quite a bit next year. Like I'm doing Boston, I'm doing Rhode Island, I'm doing Georgia, I'm doing Connecticut. There's one up here, Terrificon, huge con by the way. I'm gonna try and do Blurred. And I'm definitely gonna try and do New York Comic Con.
I am all for it, man. If somebody I do recommend BlurredCon, but if you guys want to get together at a show, I did that once with my brothers and a couple of people that we were associated with. We had 6 tables and we were all in the same row. And we started a gift bag. So whenever you bought something from the table, like if you got something to table 1, you got the bag. You go to table 2, you got the first gift. Table 3, second gift.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
If you bought something from all of our tables, you had a big ass nice gift bag to go along with your comics.
Yeah, we gotta make that happen, man. We can definitely bring in, the dude, Greg and Greg and them folk. There's a couple more other people. Was it Jason? What's his last name?
TJ Sterling.
Yeah, TJ Sterling. It's a huge group of everybody.
We got Mob Deep in there, man. If nothing else, I would love to meet you guys in person.
Oh, absolutely. Vaccines are not required at Wizard World, but you do have to wear a mask the whole time.
That's in Chicago, right?
Yes, Chicago.
Yeah, I know. So
I got Rhode Island in like 3 weeks. So.
Danny's been moving and shaking already out at cons. I was a little bit more cautious because y'all know my son's got he's got respiratory issues as it is, so I'm always saying wait.
No. I absolutely do your best to keep him away from that because I had a little a chronic cough that comes around me every year, and that's like everybody else in my family had like a real mild version of it, good, but because I always get this cough, That's what messed me up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so the only reason I wasn't out there in the streets was because like I was vaccinated early. I think I got vaccinated. I got the first shot in March and the second in April. You know what I'm saying? Because my job was providing it. So you know what I'm saying? I got vaccinated early, but I still was like, I still want to kind of move slow on going out. Danny did for a while too. Danny like just now did the free comic book day in Greensboro. He's getting ready to do the Triad Con. I think they put the date up on November 14th. He's getting ready to do that. I might go up there, but it depends. I'll be dropping Little Man off that weekend, so I'll see if I can do it. But for next year, definitely, like I said, that's why I'm trying to work and get Lumberjacks #3 done. When I do the Kickstarter for Lumberjacks #3, I'm gonna probably do like what Tyler did, and like if we hit a certain stretch goal, you know what I'm saying? If we hit a certain number for the stretch goal, I just have to do the math and figure out what the number is. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll release #3 and 4 at the same time.
I probably have Heat 2 and 3 done by BlurredCon. It said BlurredCon is July 8th to the 10th.
Yeah, I'm working to get Lumberjacks #3, 4, and Harlem #1 at least done.
Once them tables, go ahead.
Also have your money ready, your own money for food. The food trucks they have there, chef kiss. Look, man, at Grandma's macaroni and cheese, it was slap. Look, I had this strawberry lemonade. I ain't never had strawberry lemonade this good. Nowhere in the history of my life have I had strawberry lemonade this good. They had all types of food there, and it's right in the parking lot of the hotel. I mean, the convention's amazing.
I'm definitely as soon as them tables open up, I'm because how much are the tables generally? What, $350?
I believe in that range, like $250 to $300.
Obviously, if it's $250, I get that today.
Yeah, I'm ready and waiting for them to open up as soon as possible, so I can get them. I will tell you, just so you can be ready for planning your spot. They're not, and they probably won't be either because of COVID restrictions and whatnot. But you're in a large room, and you like the tables aren't bumper to bumper. Like you get a decent amount of space around you.
Yeah,
so,
most times.
So like, no, because they don't really have like an artist alley. The room that we're in, I mean, you got tons of space around you. So when you get your table, they're planned for how you want to design all that, how you want to manipulate that space, because you'll have plenty of room.
Yeah, this is probably Rhode Island is probably going to be my last con this year. Just because it's like, I mean, it's November, the holidays are coming up. I ain't trying to be traveling, but like I said, I'm definitely I got a list. I was actually trying to do Puerto Rico next year too, but they
go to Puerto
Rico
real quick with no con. I don't need a reason.
What'd you say?
I said I go to Puerto Rico with no con. It don't make no difference.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do BlurredCon. I'm like I said, I'm gonna try and do Wakanda Con if I can. If they even do it, I don't even know if they did it this year. Like I don't know.
I mean, I think me and Danny was still thinking about whether or not we're gonna do NC Comic Con, because they usually do it in November. And I don't know if, but I have not heard anything. But I know Danny knows the guys that run the con there. So
yeah, I mean, if we could just figure that out, if we could get a BlurredCon, get all, I'd love to meet all you creative folks in person. And who knows what will come from that, man. I mean, if nothing else,
I'll still do a show. I'll still do a show while we're there, because I'm 100% sure.
Yeah,
I'm 100% sure that I'm 100% sure that me and Greg are gonna argue about something. I don't know what, but
yeah, we definitely that would be a nice little touch. Do top 5 there. Y'all. I don't, Mike. Have you ever done Dragon Con?
No, but I want to very badly.
Yeah.
Dragon Con is amazing. I did it 2 years ago before COVID hit. I killed there. That's actually where I met Greg. I met Greg and them there. Yeah.
Dragon Con has been my dream to get to for since I've been thinking about cons.
You just got to be there.
I know San Diego's supposed to be the big one, and New York's supposed to be big, but I get there at some point. But Dragon Con is one that I have to.
You just got listen. What I do, man? I got all of my cons in a spreadsheet. I got all the dates where the opening, when they open up for the to apply for, like they tell you the date when you can apply for it, and then just put an alert on your phone one day before or the day of.
I will put an alarm on there and put it on my calendar, because otherwise,
just have your money ready, man. I think they're opening it up in either December or January. I can't remember which it is.
So I gotta go.
Yeah, me too. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. And
hey,
we'll do it again.
I want to reiterate the point before we jump off that DC movies are obviously trash, because we brought on two whole other boys and brothers, and we still discuss Marvel. So
true. Yeah.
Y'all have a good night, man.
Batman and
DC
Batman
movies are
Returns, the only two good ones out there. I'm just
this was
out
fun.
there. That's it.
Thank you so much for letting me come on and party with you guys. I love the debate. I love y'all's opinions because it's challenging, and that's what's up.
Yep.
I appreciate you, bro. We'll see y'all next week. Appreciate y'all for listening.